Dude, my back is gonna hurt after this.
Okay, guys, we're live now. Not yet, by the way. We're not showing yet, but we're all live. Yes.
Zen, Cleo, what games do you play lately?
Monster Hunter.
Sorry, what?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
The new one, right?
Both old and new.
Okay.
Give me a link.
All right. Give me a minute. I just sent you the link.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got it.
This is gonna get complicated.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna get complicated.
How so?
I have to put it on two different fronts, both Qatar Saber Club and Qatartainment. See what happens when I manage a lot of everything?
Yeah, you need someone else, dude.
Yeah, too bad nobody's stepping up. How's the thumbnail?
Thumbnail's cool.
Yeah, Hamza just made it today.
Gets the message across. It's a little too dark, but it's not bad.
Yeah, he went for the you know, how
Space feel.
yeah, like how you get that crawl from
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No, that makes sense. The text scroll is fine. I would have picked something brighter. Works better for the algorithm.
How did it can begun? Okay, we have a minute and 30 seconds left. Everything's ready?
I'm just stretching. Because this is gonna hurt my back after a while.
Yeah. Tried doing it for 33 episodes. Actually 32.
I mean, if we had an elevated thing and some chairs.
We used to, but you know, this has a more professional look to it, so there you go.
No, it has a Qatari look to it, I would say.
Oh yeah, because it's a majlis.
Yeah. Majlis style kind of. I don't know if this is in frame, but I'm gonna move it away.
Alright, so I got everything ready. Live chat too.
Do you have a Twitter?
Oh yeah, the Twitter. Okay, 10 seconds and we're good.
Alright, ready? This is gonna kill my back for sure.
Oh, you're not that old.
I'm 34, dude.
I'm 33.
It's the same thing. Ah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Okay.
And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. This is Sengoku QTR from Qatartainment. And we've got a lovely, lovely, and very exciting episode. And yes, I'm not talking about the fact that Aziz is here. It's about the fact this guy is right here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello,
Hi, guys.
Boss Frog,
Yes.
aka Leo,
Yeah.
aka Boss Frog, aka Jedi Knight Bossu.
Bossu? Yeah.
Yeah, you've probably seen him from that video he and I did when we did it for Qatar Sabers Club.
Mm.
You know, and I gotta say, I can't wait to actually properly full contact on fight you.
Same, honestly, because we didn't have really protection, so I couldn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
full contact, full speed, but not full contact.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I would like actually to see what your style is more based on. And I know you're better at fencing than anything
Oh,
else.
yeah.
You know, and of course, when you're talking about a Sabers Club, you gotta have lightsabers.
You gotta have these cool things.
All right. So these are, from what I can tell, from which you, like, let's see.
We're gonna turn them on, or
Oh, I'm gonna turn them on.
I don't know if you guys can see this.
It
There
has
you go.
motion gestures. As you can see, there's also
Flash
the,
on flash.
yeah. So let's flash. You see the sound here? It actually makes clash sounds.
How do you turn this on?
You have to hold it. He's with us in the Saber Club, apparently.
Now just press it once.
The lights is on, but doesn't turn on.
Yeah, just press it once.
Press him once, yeah. So you see the.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
This
Yeah.
doesn't have sound.
Oh yeah, you told me it has like a font problem or
No,
something.
no, no, it's a speaker problem. The thing is, I've used these, well, this one and another one specifically
Yeah.
in shows, because
Yeah.
classic blue and red.
So
Way too much.
Yeah.
So they're dead.
okay.
Well, at least this one still has the lights.
So, if any of you guys are interested, he got this saber from Saber Forge. I got mine from Saber Factory.
Mhm.
Okay, there's a difference in quality, but this one in particular, I mean, I actually like it. But to be honest, I think this is more collector.
This is for collectors and cosplay.
Yeah,
I
not-
don't use this for dueling.
yeah.
I have sometimes, but
They
like,
actually do
not
specify.
very often.
So on the websites, in case anyone's been on Saber websites, they actually specify to you which websites, which sabers are
Mm.
meant for dueling, and which sabers are meant for
Collectors.
And of course, we all know the collector ones, they cost more.
Oh yeah, way more.
Yeah, I
Way,
think,
way more.
like I'm actually.
I would say it starts over at like maybe $400
Yeah,
for a non-screen accurate version,
yeah.
all the way up to like $3,000 for a very screen accurate version.
The more accurate, the more.
Oh yeah, for
expensive.
sure. Yeah.
Like let's say, for example, Emperor Palpatine's saber.
Oh yeah, Kyber sabers actually they make really really good sabers. They're good for collectors, but also you can duel with them.
Yeah. I've also seen N sabers.
And sabers also, yeah, they're very good.
Oh yeah.
They're very good.
The same price as same price
They're
range.
all
as
about
Saber
the same price. Pretty
Yeah.
Same price range as Saber Factory. In the market, I would say Kyber sabers and Saber Forge would be like the expensive ones.
The more expensive.
Yeah, the more higher end. Because like,
You know, there was this one guy I saw yesterday. He's called Finding the Force.
yeah.
Yeah, you
I
know him?
I know.
Oh yeah. So his channel name is called Finding
Finding
the
the
Force.
Force.
Yeah. And yesterday he actually did point out which saber store you should buy from. He definitely did mention Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge. Yeah.
Yeah, and Disney.
Yep.
Yeah. These,
That's more of a beginner kind of tier.
in terms of
lightsaber.
collectors.
I mean, it depends. It really does.
Yeah.
Because you have the purists.
Yeah.
Right. There are purists that collect lightsabers that only use the parts that was used in the movie. There's this guy called Master Yoda from, I think, California.
Yeah.
He builds lightsabers for collectors using the parts that they used in the original movies.
Okay.
So like the original A New Hope saber, that the very first that we see, Luke Skywalker saber or Anakin saber.
By the way, if anyone's if anyone's interested in knowing, this is Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber from the Clone Wars.
It's based on Ahsoka Tano's.
Oh, it's based.
Yeah.
You know, I actually like the Mandalorian version better.
Same.
You know.
Same.
You know the Mandalorian
you
version.
show it. They
white
first
lace
show it to you.
lightsabers.
Yeah, but the hilt.
The hilt is curved.
very curved. You know, I like that hilt because it's very katana based.
Yeah.
You know, although some katanas, katana hilts are more straight, not curved. It's those the majority.
There's a slight curve, I think.
Oh yeah,
right?
slight curve.
Yeah.
So what else? What other saber stores are out there? You know.
There's a lot actually. But like I said, the price just depends on how much you're willing to pay.
Yeah.
How big of a fan you are, obviously.
Yeah.
There's so many. There are also people that make their own sabers.
Yeah.
Screen accurate ones, like Master Yoda. He got some Graflex, which was the old camera flash.
Yeah.
From the 1800s or so, and they use that as the hilt for Luke Skywalker's saber.
Huh. You know, I saw
That's why it's called the Graflex.
You know, the other day I saw a video on Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
They actually brought in his old lightsaber.
Yeah, the screen replica. Yeah.
No, not the screen replica.
It's the original.
Oh,
I
the
saw
original
that
that
video.
he
The
used?
the original prop that was used in the movie.
I see.
Yeah, and you know what was freaking me out?
What?
He actually had to carry a battery pack with him.
Yeah, because it was wired, right? It was wired to a
wired.
battery pack.
Yeah.
And it was very well hidden from the sleeves and all that.
Yeah.
And how
Which probably meant they had to do it one-handed.
No. The funny thing is, right? The actual blade
Yes.
was just a aluminum rod that's stuck on a gear at the bottom of the emitter,
Yeah.
and it just rotates. That's why he wears a battery pack. It rotates quickly, so when it picks up on camera,
Yeah.
and it's covered in some reflective tape, like colored reflective tape, so that when the camera picks it up from the lens, it looks like it's humming.
Okay. Man,
Bit of
that's
Star
80s,
Wars trivia for you, you know.
and that's 80s technology, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. There's a lot of problem solving to make VFX happen back in the day, but
Oh yeah. I remember when you showed me that, like, the ray tracing for some of the videos you were trying to make for Star Wars based videos.
oh yeah. It's not ray tracing. It's just motion tracking.
Yeah, motion tracking.
Yeah.
All right, so that one's actually nice. You know, you can do. You know what you can do with that? You can actually turn any video, like with a blade battle, into a Star Wars battle.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The only issue was hand tracking it manually frame by frame.
Oh yeah.
So it took-
There's auto tracking now, but
There is auto tracking.
but it depends on the lighting.
Yes, and it was very bright that day. So
Last week we tried.
got
He
confused.
tried doing it for my fight and his and Hamza's fight.
yeah.
Yeah, but we couldn't do it. He
No,
couldn't.
I can do it.
He
I
couldn't
don't
do it.
have the time.
That's what I mean. I mean, he couldn't do it because he had to do it manually.
Yeah.
He couldn't do the auto tracking. So
Yeah.
what you do is you literally like
Frame by frame, put your tracking point from
What if it's-
the hilt
Yeah.
all the way to the edge.
what
And
about
that's
if you're
frame
doing
by frame?
and
Each tracking point, by the way, you have to do twice. So you gotta do the tip,
yeah,
and you gotta do the base.
and that's how you can able to
And
track
that's
it
how
for
you
editing.
track it. Yes, for editing.
Yeah. Do you think that's what they do in
Oh no, it's much different now.
I know.
Now you
That's
have
what I'm
3D software like Nuke or Blender. You know, most content creators use Blender because it's free and it's a lot easier to work with, right?
Okay.
And with the prequels, they didn't use the old school method of like tracking frame by frame the blade. What they did is they created a 3D replica of the prop and basically emitted the light from that 3D prop. So it's a bit more complex than that, but I'm like trying to.
Oh, that's no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say, all right. So let me ask you this: what is the most interesting? I'd say interesting / accurate lightsaber battle in the Star Wars universe, in your opinion?
Are you asking me for my favorite or just the most interesting one?
1-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my favorite would be, and it's not in the movies. It's from the Old Republic.
The game.
Yes, the
The
game.
online game.
Yeah.
All right.
From the expansion Knights of the Fallen Empire.
Okay.
They released a trailer of the expansion, and it's called, I think, Sacrifice. And basically it shows Prince Arcan and Prince Thexan growing up. They're twins.
Yeah.
They're from the Eternal Empire.
Eternal Empire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Old Republic stuff. Very,
Okay,
very
okay,
Old
okay.
Republic stuff. So then, one of them, Arcan, he's trying to get his father's approval, who is the Eternal Emperor.
Okay.
Thexan doesn't have any issues. He's very skilled. He trains a lot. You know, he's talented in the Force. And throughout the game, or throughout the trailer, Arcan gets more and more frustrated with his father. He lost an arm, you know, from an explosion. I think it was
Why is
the right
everyone
arm.
losing an
It's
arm?
always the arm. Dude.
Like, why is it always everyone's losing an arm?
Well, because
or
it's
like,
an extension of yourself, right? You can't necessarily express yourself without any hands,
Yeah, that too.
right? So it's a big deal if you lose an arm.
Yeah, but
A lot of people play it off, like, you know. But see, anyway.
all right. So,
So-
but in my opinion, before you can, just one point.
Yeah.
Play Jedi Survivor. It will change your point about that.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm waiting until all the bugs have been ironed out.
All right. So the prince.
Yeah, so Prince Arcan, he loses the arm. They go to his father. They've taken out sort of the resistance side and the Sith side.
Yes.
So, Republic and Sith side of like Jedi Masters and Sith Lords, right?
Yes.
So they present the lightsabers of the generals, and basically the Eternal Emperor just turns around, doesn't care. So then Arcan does a force leap, ignites his lightsaber, tries to cut his dad's head off, but Thexan force pulls. Right?
Who's Thexan again?
Thexan is
His brother.
his brother, his twin brother,
Of course.
the better brother.
Of course.
Right? So, very quickly, as soon as Thexan force pulls him, ignites his lightsaber, Arcan, you know, his view changes, and he doesn't see his brother anymore. He just sees a hindrance, sort of. Because he turns to the dark side, you'll see his eyes turn yellow and all
Oh
that.
boy, every damn
And it was,
time.
see, the reason this is my favorite lightsaber is because it lasts as long as an actual sword fight. It is literally
Because it's
4
accurate.
seconds. Literally 4 seconds. One swing, Thexan blocks. Another swing, Thexan blocks. And then another swing, Thexan blocks, but wrong. So he wasn't able to protect his stomach. And then, boom,
Your brother's-
Thexan dead.
Thexan
Right?
dead.
But
Were these?
that is the realistic length of an actual fight.
This was a trailer.
This is a trailer for a game.
This was not even.
This is still
There's
canon.
no gameplay.
This is canon.
Yes,
this is
because
just
it's
a
Old
trailer.
Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no. This was complete trailer.
No,
no
this is
gameplay.
complete trailer.
No gameplay.
Yeah, pre-rendered and everything. Yeah.
Not bad.
It was
not bad.
very, very amazing lightsaber fight.
I would've
And this is
loved-
why this is my favorite, because it has more emotional weight. Because
Oh.
over the course of the trailer, you tend to, pick who's your favorite brother, sort of,
Of course.
right? And you kind of root for the guy who lost an arm.
You always root for the guy who's lost it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except Vader.
I mean, I've always loved Vader.
Everyone loves Vader.
I've always loved
Once you understood his character and not
Mm.
as the Dark Lord the Sith.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
for first,
No, but growing up seeing Vader for
I'd
the
say-
first time, I was terrified.
Emperor Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Okay. What about A New Hope?
Does he show up in the New Hope?
He does, but not as much
I
as
think he
Empire.
just showed up
Yeah.
very briefly.
Like at the very end, we're talking.
No, he.
Wait,
No,
was it
he
New
shows
Hope
up in
or
the
Return
end.
of the Jedi?
In the New Hope, he shows up. Yeah.
Wait, was it Return of the Jedi or New Hope, which was
New
episode
Hope.
6?
Six is Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Okay, sorry, Return of the Jedi. Sorry, I got confused for a minute. Hey, man.
Yeah, but in A New Hope, I was like the first time I saw Vader with the music and everything walking
it
through
was
Leia's
just,
ship.
Yeah, I think it was very,
I
very.
had fear struck in me, as a 10-year-old.
Yeah, but I mean, I gotta admit, Vader has a great amount of skill. Not just as a lightsaber. He's a pilot.
Oh yeah.
He's got tactician. He's a tactician.
Mm.
He, I guess that's from his.
From his experience from
During the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, صح.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the saber combat, the force.
Mm.
He's able to actually do all this with that, even using force lightning. And
He cannot use force lightning.
ironic, considering the fact that he's the dark side of the force.
Well, that's not true. It's not because he's in line with the dark side of the force. He can't use it primarily because it will injure him.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's mostly
He's
electronics.
He's got cybernetic limbs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in the books and in the comics, the less flesh you have, the less your connection to the force is. And he's lost 4 limbs, dude, and he's burnt to a crisp.
He's
practically.
then he's got to
So-
use only force push,
Yeah.
force pull, force grip.
Very basic stuff. Force chokes.
Although with him, it's
But you can
more-
see how powerful he is, right?
With
He
him.
force chokes a captain from
far away.
no, from space. He was on the ground and he force chokes a captain through the hologram. Isn't that crazy?
I'm trying it.
You
now.
don't have the force, man.
Hey man, I'm trying. Let me try it. Okay. I find your lack of participation in this podcast disturbing.
I think he's just giving way too.
Tell me to release him.
Tell
me to release him.
Release him, man.
Release me, release.
Very well. Okay.
Yeah, this is great. We're just a bunch of nerds talking about
Well,
nerd stuff.
this is what Qatartainment is about. It's about literally connecting with the community in various ways about geek topics and how real they are to life.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
All right, so that Old Republic duel,
Yeah,
and that's just a trailer, man. That's
yeah.
amazing.
That's just the
All right,
trailer.
so same question, Aziz. What's your ultimate lightsaber duel?
My ultimate lightsaber duel would have to be the lightsaber duel between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
So it's the movie.
Mustafar.
Yeah, the movie, yeah.
The
On
Mustafar
Mustafar, yeah, dude, that fight? Come on.
I gotta say, it was a very well choreographed fight.
Very well. Not to mention, how long did it last? 20 minutes.
The full fight,
I think
around 20.
yeah.
Around 20
Yeah,
minutes.
and the problem and the thing is, they had to
No,
just
no,
choreograph
actually, I think
it.
it was 10. I think it was 10.
They didn't just
Closer
have
to 10.
yeah. Not to mention, they didn't just have to choreograph it. They had to sync it
Oh, yeah.
with the Palpatine and the Yoda's
Yeah.
fight. You know, but man, to think that Yoda, the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, was weaker than the Emperor.
Actually, no.
I think they're on
No,
par,
no,
right?
no. Yoda is way stronger.
Then
The only reason he lost to the Emperor, right?
was because of marketing purposes.
no. But because the Emperor is smarter.
Oh yeah.
He did all of this scheme without anyone noticing that he, in fact, the Chancellor,
So do you think-
was the Sith Lord.
So do you think it's more about how Yoda was in tune with the Force?
Yes, so you remember that scene where,
Order 66 was executed.
yes, and Palpatine throws a Force lightning at Yoda, and Yoda just kind of deflects it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And he absorbs the Force lightning, but because it's too strong, they kind of just exploded apart together. Right?
Yeah.
And then, I think it was the scene after that where Palpatine started throwing the senator chairs, the
Yeah.
hover chairs.
Yeah.
So that's what gave him an advantage because he knew he would not win against Yoda in a lightsaber duel or a duel of the Force.
Mm.
So he just overwhelmed Yoda with a bunch of flying stuff.
Even the lightsaber, the lightsaber duel with him and Yoda. What was the Emperor's style, by the way?
The Emperor uses Jar Kai and Ataru.
Darkai and Ataro. He had to use
Darkai is Form 7.
He had to use Ataro because
He has to keep up with Yoda.
That's the problem.
Yoda is a master of Form 4, Ataro.
Not to mention the Emperor is old.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
is
I mean,
old,
regard-
but he
regardless of
can
his-
enhance... See, the thing with Force users is that they can enhance their physical capabilities with the Force. And this is why in a lot of videos of weapons, weapons experts,
Yeah.
right, sword masters, spear masters, whatever, a lot of Star Wars fans are kind of disheartened. They agree, but they're also disheartened because these guys aren't taking into account that these duelists, combatants,
Yes.
can literally predict the future,
Oh yeah.
can feel the future, through the Force. I mean, obviously it's lore, but
I know, but do you think that the Sith have this ability?
Oh yeah.
But to an extent?
Yes. Every Force user can somehow predict the future.
I think
That's why it seems like when two Jedi or a Jedi and the Sith are dueling, it looks like it looks choreographed.
I
Obviously it is.
Yeah.
I think
But in universe, right, it isn't choreographed. It only looks that way because they know where all the hits are gonna come from.
But I think, in my opinion, that the Sith don't have that. Ask
How
me-
so?
All right. Remember the Force Unleashed, the
Yes,
game.
yes.
Okay. Now, in that particular game, when before the ending, before Galen Marek goes to the Death Star,
Mm-hmm.
right, and faces off against Palpatine and Vader.
And Vader, yeah.
Right. What does he do? He meditates in order to see through the future.
Yeah.
All right. What did he say? Now she asked him, "Have you ever tried this before?" Juno.
Yeah.
Right? She asked him, "Have you tried this before?" What did he say? He never tried being a Jedi before, because this particular
Ability.
is possibly exclusive to the Jedi, like how Force Lightning is exclusive to the Sith. Because
It's not necessarily exclusive to the Sith.
Indeed. Now,
Now,
we're
see-
talking proper lore, as
Yeah.
you say, canon. You got is it the Solo or the
Even in
Skywalker?
Legends. Even in Legends.
Is it the Solo family or the Skywalker family that have what's it called, Force Lightning healing?
No, Force healing?
Yeah,
It's the
Force
Skywalker.
Lightning healing.
Skywalker family.
Skywalker family. Told you there was.
There's no Force lightning healing. There's Force healing.
Actually, there is Force Lightning healing. It's like I
I
don't.
may have missed a book, maybe, or a comic, but
I
I,
know
don't
that-
remember seeing
but I'll-
Force lightning healing.
But I'll tell you for sure that it's
Yeah.
either a Skywalker or a Solo.
Hard to say because the Solo lineage it still also derives from Leia Skywalker.
Yeah.
So you could say it's all Skywalker lineage.
Man.
Right?
That damn DNA just don't
Yeah.
get no stronger.
Yeah. But in the in Legends canon, actually, Luke's Jedi Order is very different from the old Jedi Order.
Yeah.
It's more free. They're more like a family than members of a council or whatever.
Because here's proof. Ahsoka didn't want to train Grogu.
Yeah.
Why
He
is
didn't
that?
wanna train Grogu.
Why is that?
Grogu's too old.
Because he became a Mandalorian. He went.
No.
yeah.
Regardless. Regardless.
Why?
Before.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Aziz. Why did the Jedi Council disagree with Qui-Gon in training Anakin?
Because he was too powerful.
No.
No.
Because he had the ability. Because he's the chosen one.
No.
Because he was too young. Because he was too old.
He was too old. He has grown attached to his mother.
You mean too young?
No, he's
Too old. You see, what's the common aspect between all the Jedi Order in terms of attachments? Like
You
the
can't
attachments
have
to
any.
family.
You can't have any.
You can't have it. Alright? Now, when these kids... Oh man, I should have changed the topic. That's one thing I forgot. It's sinister entity. But,
It's fine.
well, the
It's
title
there.
the title
It
explains it.
exists.
The title
Yeah,
explains it.
yeah.
Alright. So, you see, they take the children when they see that they're showing skills and the abilities of the Force.
Force.
Force-sensitive children. Before they have any memory of their family.
Around 3.
I'd say that's the maximum age.
Maximum age is 3.
Yeah, before memories start
I
developing.
think so.
Yeah.
All right, so they take them and raise them in the Jedi Order,
The Jedi Temple.
Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's how they are able to eliminate attachment. Anakin was like what, 10?
9.
9 years old, right?
complete memory, practically the chosen one, but yet was what? Was still attached to his mother.
Yeah.
Case in point, episode 2. What did he do to the Tusken Raiders?
He killed them all.
No, he didn't kill them. He butchered them.
Yeah,
Literally
he butchered them. Yeah.
Yep.
He said
He massacred an entire generation.
he
Generations.
killed women
Sorry.
and children of the Tusken Raiders. He said, I hate them.
Yeah. I remember that scene very well.
It literally showed how much he can send to the dark side.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is partly the reason why like Jedi or children are taken from like a young age at 3.
Now,
Because there's no attachment.
exactly. Now that's a pretty good example in episode 2 of the movies, right? Why they should be they should be detachment. There's positives and negatives about it. Those who can actually properly tune themselves with the right side of the force.
Yeah. Well,
know?
technically, in Legends, right?
Yes.
In Legends canon, there was a rule in the Order that after a certain age,
Yes.
you're allowed to see your family,
Huh?
because then you will still perceive them as like when they do die, it's not them dying, it's them rejoining the Force.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
What was the catch? What was the catch?
There's no catch. It's just as soon as you've become a Padawan learner to a certain master, and your
Yeah.
master has significantly trained you, which is I think trial of the mind or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you
And
have to face 3 trials.
How many? Yeah, you said there's trial of the mind, trial of the
Yeah.
body. What's the third
Yeah,
one?
I think
Trial of the Soul.
spirit.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how
It's the same trial as when Luke went into Dagobah with Yoda, and he
Yeah.
goes in and he sees Darth Vader,
That's how he
and
becomes
in
a Jedi.
Vader's mask, his face.
And that's how he becomes a Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how Obi-Wan became a Jedi Knight?
How?
He,
One, he beat Darth Maul. That's trial of the body right there.
yeah, but it was luck.
It was pure luck.
So what happened exactly?
I wouldn't say pure luck.
Well, you see, it was
It-
Darth Maul had more
Go on,
spear.
go on.
Sorry.
Go on. You first.
All right. Darth Maul had more superior skill with the lightsaber and the Force than he did with Obi-Wan. Okay, and that's episode 1 of Phantom Menace. Now, because of the fact that he already saw himself as winning, Darth Maul was completely arrogant. Right? Now, and he disregarded Qui-Gon's lightsaber at that time.
Yeah.
So, Obi-Wan saw that opportunity and he took it. Force jumped and just
So,
literally
yeah.
just slashed him from the waist down.
Yeah, and then he still managed to survive.
Now, how does someone like that lose when actually he was brought back in Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Right now, in Clone Wars,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of how many years it was between that time and that time, he's still more powerful than Obi-Wan.
Are you sure? Even by like at the
I
time
would
by the time we
say-
reach Revenge of the Sith?
See, here's the thing about Maul, right? He draws a lot from hatred,
Oh yeah,
not fear or anger. He draws from hatred.
Yeah.
vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
how,
what
how would
kept
you
him
feel
going.
if somebody cut off your legs?
Yeah, but see, my problem with the movie version, right? Obviously, when I first saw the Phantom Menace, I
Yeah.
loved it.
Of course.
Right? Obviously.
Yes.
But then as I grew older and I saw it more and more,
You feel
I
like
realized
there's some inaccuracies.
no. I mean, I feel like it was the fight between, or at least how Darth Maul lost in the movies, looked so bad compared to how it was depicted in the comics. Because in the comics, as he leaps up, he grabs Qui-Gon's lightsaber, ignites it, and before he even flips, he's already swinging, and he's cut Maul's body already
Yeah.
by the time before he even lands.
So you see inaccuracies.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really inaccuracy. The comics came after the movies. It was just depicted differently and much better, in my opinion.
Of course.
But like, in terms of power level, I guess Maul would still be stronger than Obi-Wan.
No, even by the time we reach Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith was different.
No, the problem with Maul is
Maul
though
was over-
he savored his quote unquote victory against Obi-Wan instead of finishing the job. A wiser Sith Lord would have just, killed Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But like, Maul's character
what did he
and
do?
his arrogance.
Just literally slashing.
Yeah.
Yeah. by arrogance. What was he doing? Instead of literally, as you said, instead of finishing Obi-Wan, what did he do? He was just
taunted Obi-Wan a little bit.
like that. Just wanted the flares to literally drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is just Darth Maul. The
Yeah.
girl, and we all know how popular Darth Maul is. You know how many times he's actually appeared in the games?
So many times.
So many times. And he only
So
appeared in
many
one
times.
movie and one TV show.
No, but because his entrance was so epic,
Yes.
even just the fight on Tatooine
Oh yeah.
against Qui-Gon was already epic.
Man, I would love to see that fight again. Like
Yeah.
redone.
It was really good.
You know, they
Really,
actually
really
redid. I know you probably know this. They redid Obi-Wan's and Darth Vader's fight.
good. Oh, scene 38?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it too.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the quality, right?
Yeah.
It's really good.
I mean, it's cool, but also it's not...
Authentic.
No. I was happy that it was done. I'm
Yeah.
glad it exists.
Yes.
But I would still prefer the old one.
I mean,
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
At that point, Vader and Obi-Wan, Vader would be probably around 50, 60 years old. Obi-Wan a bit older.
I'd say around 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around 70,
Yeah.
right?
Considering that, I'd say.
He was a teenager during the Phantom Menace. He was around 19, I guess. 18,
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was at least 10 years
Mm.
during the first episode of the first Clone Wars.
Well, I don't want to get into specifics of the ages,
Yeah,
but,
but
like I
yeah,
prefer
yeah.
the old one because they're just, old master, old apprentice,
Yeah.
fighting for the final time.
Yeah.
And because Obi-Wan has trained with Qui-Gon and has learned how to become a Force ghost. Then...
Look,
I mean, I gotta say, I'd say that Obi-Wan's training was barely complete.
It wasn't complete.
There you go.
It was never complete.
There you go.
He became a Jedi Knight through combat. Through sheer luck. He became a Jedi Knight. He got promoted because a Padawan cannot train a Padawan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And
So he had to get promoted. I mean,
and get his
clearly
ass,
he's done some of the trials, right? Because there's
and
three,
get saved by Anakin maybe 100 times.
multiple times.
There you go.
Multiple times.
It's like that 16 times. He said that
No, nine times.
9 times.
Yeah, nine
He
times.
said that one time and something didn't count.
Or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
In episode 3,
Yeah.
you said you
Yeah.
owe me for rescuing you for like the 10th time.
Yeah, or something. I don't remember specific numbers, but yes, the scene resonates with me a lot.
That a master had to be saved by his apprentice.
Well, that's because Anakin is stronger in the Force, and Obi-Wan has never been strong with the Force. He was more a physical
Jedi.
learner,
Yeah,
a
Jedi. Yeah.
physical Jedi compared to his peers.
Would
at
you
his
say
age.
that it had something to do with more about the living Force than the other side of the Force? Because Qui-Gon
Mhm.
was more attuned with the living Force, and that's how he perceives his Jedi training.
Mm.
You know, that's how he in Count Dooku trained. If you remember.
Yes. I mean, see, what I loved about how they show, at least in the series, in Visions, I think, was it Visions?
Yeah.
Or no, Tales of the Jedi. Sorry,
Tales of the Jedi,
Tales of the
yeah.
Jedi.
By the way, if you're sorry, I probably want to mention this, that if anyone's asking me what my favorite lightsaber duel is,
Oh yeah, we didn't touch on yours. Yeah, go on.
yeah, so mine is from Star Wars Visions, Episode 1,
Ah, the samurai,
the duel.
the Ronin, I guess.
Did you see that?
I didn't. But who is it between who?
It was a Ronin, a
Yeah.
former Sith,
Yeah.
who was against another Sith.
So why were
It-
they
it
fighting?
was very
What?
cool.
What?
Doesn't matter. It was just a fight. It was you see, Star Wars Visions is an anthology.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all every episode is just a tale of its own.
Yeah.
Mm.
And just
Different
finishes
story.
in 15 minutes.
Yep.
You know?
Amazing
Although
show.
That one was
show.
amazing. It was like a mixture of Akira Kurosawa
Mm.
with modern times.
Kurosawa, yeah.
Yeah.
Modern time animation and VFX. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
cool.
amazing. Yeah, and
Yeah.
how he stopped the lightsaber was just.
And the way he unsheathed the saber and how they showed it,
It looked
It was
like an
so
actual
cool.
samurai
Yeah.
draw, right?
it looked like Iaido. Now,
Actually, Iaido is more. You see, Iaido is more about doing kata,
yeah, cuts.
but it's more about him drawing the sword and getting ready to fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much. That's
Oh yeah. I'm just saying like.
It's just basic.
And this is what I'm. We were talking about this the other day.
Yes.
About how the forms, the lightsaber forms, were inspired by real life martial arts.
Yeah.
Like how Shicho is inspired by Kendo, which is Form 1. Form 2, Makashi.
Yeah.
Is inspired by fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a foil,
Yeah.
with rapiers and fencing foils.
Mhm.
And then Form 3 Surisu is inspired by pretty much, I think it was, what was it? I think Wushu? No, Ataru is Wushu.
Yeah.
Ataru is Wushu, which is Form 4. I forget, but it's inspired by a real world martial art, right?
You see-
and every of each and every one of the forms, like Gemso, Shien/Gemso, Form 6, is inspired by Kali. Dual wielding.
Okay. What about Vapad?
Vapad, Form 7,
Yeah.
/ Jarkai, I would say it's like a berserker, you know? Because in canon lore,
Yeah.
Jarkai, you draw from your emotions to make
Yeah,
powerful swings.
Yeah, I remember that it was called that they made it in order to something weakness. Who created Vapad, by the way?
No, it was an old Sith master, I think.
But the Jedi still
Yeah,
use it.
Yeah, the Jedi, because everything is still transcribed. Like when a Jedi comes across a Sith master that uses this and survives,
Yeah.
you know, he'll obviously document it. And
Yes.
the same way how we have Grecian jars that depict Greece warriors holding the spear overhand like this instead of like underhand like this, you know, like how Spartans did.
Yeah.
So it's just common warfare kind of thing, you know.
Now you see, this is what I mean. There is a lot of saber-like combat that is seen throughout the entire franchise.
Oh yeah.
All right, like for example, you got the basic.
Ranger's blade.
Yes, I get it. The basic single-bladed.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Double bladed staff.
double-bladed and dual-wield, which is basically requires two.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is mostly like inspired from a bow staff because Ray Park, the actor who played Maul, is wushu, martial artist.
That explains it.
So
Alright,
he asked I think the prop team and George during the making of the Phantom Menace if he could have a double-bladed lightsaber. And immediately they agreed because it has never been done before aside from the Phantom Menace. And then after that, practically every other Jedi Master has a double-bladed lightsaber.
Going
Which is
back
pretty
to
good.
going back to the Old Republic video game,
Yeah.
I saw another trailer too for that for the Knights of the Old Republic when the Jedi and the Sith were fighting, and I think that Darth Malgus, the guy that's bald,
Yeah, Malgus, yeah.
yeah, he remember when he like kills one of the
Malgus or
Jedi,
Malak?
Malgus, right?
Malak is from the old Knights of the Old Republic, from KOTOR.
Okay.
The Old Republic is, I think, way older than that.
Yeah, it's true. All right,
I
so
think.
Darth Malgus.
Yeah, when I saw that trailer, I was like, this is so cool. Like this, it was a cinematic trailer for a game.
It was a very good cinematic trailer.
Yeah, and I imagine like that we haven't seen something like that, that fight between the Jedi and the Sith in the movies or the shows.
That's because the Old Republic goes before the time, even before the High Republic.
Yeah,
It was before the Rule of Two. That's
It was
why.
during the time where the Sith were actually... during
And
the
Sith were
High-
actually an alien race instead of, just anyone.
What were they called? Sitharian?
I forgot, but they come from Korriban. I forgot the name of their actual alien race, but they come from the world of Korriban,
And they're force sensitive.
which is very what's it called? What's the word? Rich.
Yeah.
In the Force, in the dark side of the Force.
Mm.
There's a lot more that goes into it, like the brother and the sister and the father and the mother
yeah.
Which were from the Clone Wars.
from the Clone
yeah.
Wars in the
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
Dude, that was so amazing. That
yeah.
arc.
Yeah.
That
arc
was
pretty
shown that, and if you keep saying this,
Yeah.
I swear to God.
good. It shows how
Actually-
powerful Anakin really is.
No, not that. It shows that originally the Force was neutral. There was originally no light or dark side.
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well,
Okay. Your point.
I disagree. Because the son, who is the representation of the dark side, and the daughter, who is the representation of the light side,
Yes.
right? They have to coexist. You can't have one or the other. Then there would be imbalance. Right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Right?
It doesn't
And
make
so,
sense to him.
and so how
'Cause
this works...
He like, how many times did you mention?
What?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Let's just say a lot.
About what?
Literally, his entire point. I don't think that the force should be light side or dark side. I think it should be neutral.
The force is never neutral. The balance tips its scales in between the two. It has always been like that.
Yeah, but the problem is you just say it without any argument.
See, about the Grey Jedi, it's a very controversial topic, though.
Is it canon though?
It's not canon.
It's not canon. Yeah.
It's not canon. But the fans, me included, I like Grey Jedi. I like that Mace Windu can tap into the dark side if he wants, because he uses Jarkai,
Okay.
which is Form 7, which uses emotion. And I don't know if you saw the mini-series that came out. It was animated. It showed in Cartoon Network back in the early 2000s, before the Clone Wars movie released.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally called Star Wars Clone Wars. And you see how Mace Windu fights, and he was extremely strong, or at least how he was depicted. You know, and even in the novelization of Revenge of the Sith, how it was described during the throne room fight with Masters
With Palpatine,
and Mace Windu and
the other Jedi, Kit Fisto.
Kit Fisto. Yeah, their names escape me, but I know all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in the books, it was described that Palpatine moved so fast that in an instant murdered 3 Master Jedis.
Yeah, there was another one too, a comic that depicted that even Vader, once he becomes a Force ghost, he killed Windu, Yoda, various other Jedi Masters in a matter of seconds.
This is a fan theory.
No. It was in a comic. It was in a comic, I think.
I don't think it's canon. Because here's the thing.
I'll show it to you soon.
Yeah, I would like to see. I'm curious.
Yes.
I'm not disapproving.
It was not.
I'm not disregarding what you're saying. I've not seen it. So.
I get it, but I'm telling you, it was not a fan theory. I mean, the fan did make a video about it.
Yeah.
But the pictures and the video that was shown was from pictures of a comic book.
Because if you're talking about just Vader praising Palpatine's strength in the Force, that's from the Vader comics. Or sorry, I think from the Vader comics?
Could be the Vader.
Or the Emperor comics. Because I remember a few panels actually, where some general or some Grand Moff tried to overthrow Palpatine. The entirety of the details escape me. But he tried to overthrow Palpatine, poisoned him with gas and stuff. And even still then,
Yeah.
Palpy survived. And
Palpy?
basically...
Palpy?
Palpy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your nickname for Palpatine?
It's long. It's Palpatine.
You say Palpatine.
It's long.
What was his first name? Nobody knows his first name.
Sheev.
Shiv?
Yeah.
It's
Sheev Palpatine.
Somebody should shiv him. Get it?
It's
Shiv?
Sheev, yeah, I get it.
Alright,
Sheev
what was...
Yeah, but see,
Everybody wondered
in the comics,
what
he was
happened to
just...
Chancellor Valorum?
I forgot
He was
who.
just disappeared.
Oh yeah, that
He was the Chancellor
before Palpatine.
Before
He just
Palpatine.
disappeared.
We actually saw him in the Clone Wars. We saw him in the Clone Wars when
In the
Obi-Wan
series,
Kenobi.
yeah.
But then I don't know what's happened to him
He was just a regular senator.
He's
at that
retired.
point. Yeah.
But when the Empire became when the Republic became
one
the
knows.
Empire, what's happened to him?
No,
That's
no.
it, he
It
just
was
disappeared
it was
into-
never touched on again by Disney or
It was
Lucas.
because of his decline of power that's it. He decided they just disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, and little by little did Palpatine.
I mean, he was
turn
just a
into-
character that was created so Palpatine could have someone. you know?
But he was it was he wanted. Let's think of it this way. He wanted to have an excuse for Amidala to. It was Queen Amidala.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Queen
Queen
Amidala.
Yeah.
A vote of no confidence.
So as soon as he makes the vote of no confidence,
Yeah.
although
The Senate will then pick candidates, which Palpatine was part of,
and one of them Palpatine was Palpatine. Yes.
and
Now,
Palpatine
in your
won.
opinion, the person who made the vote of no confidence, was this Padme or her?
It was Padme.
Was
It was
re-
actually Padme.
Was it Padme, or her? What's
No, not Corday. No, Corday is the bodyguard.
Wait, Corday was always the bodyguard.
Yeah,
I mean, there was
she
no.
has multiple.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
But
during
Corday is her main one, I think.
In the Phantom
who
Menace.
played in the Phantom Menace? It was Keira Knightley who played her.
Keira Knightley.
Yeah. Did you not
Keira
know?
Knightley?
Yeah, Keira
I
Knightley
didn't
was the
notice.
double.
Really?
Keira Knightley, as in the girl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I remember. Really, it
They
was
were,
her.
they were both 14, and they, in makeup and hair, they looked so similar. Even their mothers
they
couldn't tell
did
them
look
apart.
similar.
Wow, yeah.
You can't notice that.
Because
Keira Knightley from
unless
Pirates
you
of the
really,
Caribbean.
unless you really look hard, you're not gonna notice it.
I didn't even notice
Dude,
that.
I got one eye. What do you think?
Well, you know that scene where she's wearing all black with like black feathered headdress.
Pick one scene. That literally
That's
every
the
scene.
scene. That's the scene. It's one scene. She's all black dress.
Oh wait,
and
wait,
then,
yeah. When Anakin comes in to ask for Padme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's actually Padme.
that's actually Padme.
That was actually Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Huh.
It's confusing, right? No, but it was only that scene and the scene where they go to.
I'm gonna check this. You know,
the boss.
I'm doubting this. Your information, honestly.
You can doubt all you can. You can Google it.
I
It's
really
fine.
didn't know that was Keira Knightley. That was
No,
the
but like they went to the one scene where they went to the boss and Natalie Portman steps in and says, "I'm actually the queen
Yeah.
and she's my bodyguard." Blah blah blah. That girl there is Keira Knightley.
Oh, well, I didn't even know that.
Hold on.
He's so
Oh,
curious. He needs
I
to
am-
know.
What do you want? Because Natalie Portman actually recently she said it was a week ago. She said that she wants to come back to Star Wars.
Of course, she
Would
probably,
you-
of course she has.
I don't
she,
think
because
she'll be
because she
able
has
to. She's
nothing.
dead.
The MCU probably won't have another Thor movie. So
She's
so,
dead in the MCU.
Yeah, actually, she's in Valhalla.
Which
That,
actually,
yeah.
but I would
Which makes
really.
no sense. How can an American be in Valhalla
To be fair, she became a Norse
by
Goddess,
holding
yeah.
So by holding- by
becoming
holding a-
worthy of
by holding a
Mjolnir.
hammer?
Yeah, becoming worthy
So
of
if
Mjolnir.
I died with
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir, does that make me Thor?
I guess.
Damn.
Honestly,
Odin did say, you know, whomsoever
Wields
wields,
the hammer.
this hammer should, whomsoever be worthy should wield the power of Thor, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Or something along those lines.
I am
What?
dumbfounded.
What?
Dumbfounded for what you're.
Did you find the source?
I would love to see Natalie Portman
Yeah,
back.
she's in there.
Watch it again and actually
No,
poke at it.
she's in it.
Yeah,
She's in it.
I'm telling you, man.
She's in it for real. She's in it.
I know my Star Wars.
I would
But it's
She was
Sabe.
only in a few
It's
scenes.
Sabe.
Sabe.
Yeah.
Corday,
The-
I think, is the other one.
Yeah. So
I think
yeah.
Corday was when the
Credit misspelled.
it was the Clone Wars. The Corday is from the
The
Clone Wars. Yeah,
yes.
the Clone Wars.
Her first bodyguard was Sabe.
Yeah.
There you go. Sabe.
Wow, I didn't even know
Corday
that.
Corday exploded. Corday's ship exploded, and Padme was riding on a fighter. That scene, you remember that opening scene?
Attack of
Oh,
the Clones.
Yeah, Attack of
Yeah, I
the
remember.
The
I remember.
first scene.
Yeah, the first.
The
the very
first scene
first scene.
out there
Yeah.
where Corday.
That's Corday, I think.
Man, I gotta say. Keira Knightley.
You surprised?
I'm surprised, honestly. Me too.
Oh, my back. Okay.
Honestly, I would love
Yeah.
to see Natalie Portman, Hayden Christensen, Ewan McGregor, Sam Jackson back in Star Wars. I would really love to see that.
Yeah, why don't we just bring them
How
all
would
back
you-
right now?
How would you actually go about writing that? Since the characters are
No!
there. Mace, hold on, Mace
No!
Windu.
no! Do not ask him that question.
Why?
One of this guy's videos is like this. Is like this, guys. I really think I should be the CEO of Disney.
Okay.
Do you want to hear more about this? You're gonna.
I'm just curious.
You're gonna rip your hair out, rip your balls, rip your eyeballs
Eyeballs?
out. Sorry.
You should tell him the rest.
No, you tell him.
I'd rather not. no.
Okay, so I said in the video, I said, I really think I should be the CEO of Disney because I'm the right person for the job, and I'd make it so that the Star Wars franchise thrives in the best way possible.
Okay, so you're only thinking
in
about
terms-
Star
in
Wars.
terms- in terms of-
do you believe how arrogant he is that he actually memorizes that line without actually stopping? Every single.
I said in terms of I'm the right person for Disney because
Yeah.
I would make it so that the
So
Star
you
Wars
think,
franchise,
Yeah, and one of those
The
videos you
MCU
actually say you want to be the president of the world.
the MCU franchise and the other franchises would thrive in the best way possible. So it wouldn't just benefit the Star Wars franchise; it would
You
benefit.
do realize there are creative directors that are specifically assigned to each and every franchise.
Exactly.
However, the
Like
Disney's,
how Kevin
yeah.
Feige and
Yeah.
and
And other-
For MC, it's for the MCU.
the brothers, two brothers,
the Russo brothers.
Russo brothers.
Yeah.
How they're they're the leads in the MCU. The same goes for Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau in Star Wars.
Actually, in Star Wars, it's Kathleen Kennedy.
No, that's the movies.
But even TV shows.
Kathleen Kennedy
Jon Favreau,
produced the movies.
The
She-
Mandalorian? Jon
Yeah.
Favreau.
Yeah.
But she is the one who like approves on the project because she's the CEO of Lucasfilm.
Oh yes, it must
Yeah,
take
she-
it must take a lot of effort to actually sign a paper.
I didn't say. I said creative director.
Creative directors.
They can't make
I-
the decisions. They're not execs,
Yeah.
right? They're not Disney execs.
You see, when it comes to
Executive
executives,
positions are very different
Mm.
from creative decisions.
they
you
just handle most of the finances and those
Yeah.
other things. Maybe even
All
press,
corporate
maybe
stuff, yeah.
press
Press-
releases.
Yeah.
know? Press
But
stuff.
the people who make the movie, the show, the
Yeah.
animation, the executives have nothing to do with that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all-
for sure.
if there's any kind of backlash or anything like that, the executives would make statements, press conferences, things
Yeah,
like
and the
that.
executives get all the heat.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they're the ones who signed off on it.
There's actually this rumor swirling around on Twitter that George Lucas is gonna is in talks to buy Lucasfilm back from Disney.
No, Disney is selling Lucasfilms back to Lucas.
Yeah.
Do you believe
Not
that's
not
rumor?
George wanting to buy
Yeah.
it back. Because
Do-
George, there's a reason he sold it to Disney. He
Probably
thought
did.
that he would not live long enough.
No, because he also said that he sold it
Probably
because he
did.
wants to spend more time with his
Oh
family.
yeah. That's one of the
He's
reasons.
probably taken this moment to actually redo the mistake of having Rey
Yeah.
as a Jedi Master.
No, but I don't think it's gonna be retconned. I don't think it's gonna be retconned.
I really think it will. Trust me. I think that the sequel trilogy is gonna be retconned.
I don't think so.
What's,
I think
retconned?
It means like to say that it's not. It's
gonna be changed,
decanonized. Decanonized. Yeah.
Well,
it means to
to be
decanonize.
honest, again, someone like Rey, who has just becomes OP from by being born, no training whatsoever.
Mary Sue.
If you tell me girl power, I will kill you.
No.
I don't like. Don't get me wrong.
And if you,
I'm all about strong female roles. Okay.
Oh dear God, you're a feminist.
No. Hear me out.
All right, I'm hearing you.
Well written female roles.
Well written.
Well written female roles. Well written characters. Rey is not a well written character.
Thank you.
What, Jyn
Off
Erso.
the bat, she was super OP. Jyn Erso is a better written character.
She's remember her from Rogue One. She's a better
Yeah.
Rey than she's like. I wish.
I wouldn't say she was a better Rey. I would just say she was just a better written character.
Yeah, better written
Yes.
character, right?
Yeah.
In terms of characters, yes.
Yeah,
I say she
she's-
was better. Yes, from Rogue One.
Because she had very good character development. Like throughout the movie, she starts off not caring, and then
Yeah.
as she meets these people,
And she's just helping her father. and
exactly,
She was getting the plans of the
she's
Star
learning
Wars,
more
the Death
about her
Star.
father being in the rebellion and helping and all of this, right? And that's when she changes from not caring to overly caring. I think.
I
the
have to
point
say,
that she's sacrificing her life.
Yes, and then the blind guy kill.
Saw Gerrera?
Oh,
You
yeah.
talking about Saw Gerrera?
yeah.
No, the blind guy, not the black guy.
Oh, the blind guy. Yeah.
Oh
What was
yeah,
his name?
Donnie Yen. He was played
Yeah,
by
he
Donnie Yen.
was played by Donnie
What's
Yen.
his
I
name?
forgot
Like,
his name.
remember his-
But I
do
know
you
what
I
you're
remember?
don't
talking about.
remember. I only see Rogue One once, honestly.
I've seen it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I have to say that's
Yeah,
the
but
best
I was
movie.
honestly, no,
I wouldn't say he wasn't a memorable character. It's just like I'm kind of on the spot and I forget stuff on the spots.
And honestly,
I know his name.
I don't
I know what
like
you're
any
talking
Star Wars
about.
movie that doesn't have lightsaber in it. I mean, that's just me.
No, that's fine.
Well, although to be honest, Han Solo was a good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
I
Does definitely answered the question of what is a parsec? How many
Yeah.
years have they gone about that? Like
Yeah.
30 years?
Oh, yeah.
30 years. And they finally got the
the
answer.
entirety of
They
the
didn't
Star
shut
Wars
them up.
franchise.
No, it didn't shut them up.
No.
What does a parsec mean? I forgot. Like
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a unit of measurement.
So if they say
Wait, how
50,
was time?
Sorry, yeah, it's a unit of measuring time.
so what if you say 10 parsecs? How many years is
I
that?
have no clue. I'm not a mathematician.
No one knows. That's why that's why they made a movie to answer it. And until
But
today,
it's a
they're not-
measurement of time, not a measurement of distance.
What was it?
But
12?
Lucas used the word parsec because it sounds cool.
Yes, it sound cool.
I have to say the best movie that Disney has ever.
Because if you're gonna talk about measurement of distance, it's light years. Like how light, like the Earth is, I don't know, maybe 1 billion light years away from Jupiter or something like. I don't know the exact number, but you
Yeah.
get my point.
Yeah,
Like,
most of it
length and measurement is a very
scientifically
different,
accurate.
yeah.
Most of it just sounds so
Sci-fi jargon.
mysterious and scientific by saying it. Look at that star unit.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I have to say the best Star Wars movie that Disney has ever produced
Yes.
till this day is Star Wars Rogue One. Do you guys agree with me?
No.
Come on, the
If
best
you're gonna
movie,
say
the
ones
best
that
movie.
Disney produced,
Yeah,
then I
Disney.
agree. Rogue
Right,
One.
Rogue One.
But if we're gonna talk about the entirety of the franchise, it's always gonna be The Empire Strikes Back for me.
for me, it's Attack of the Clones.
Revenge of the Sith.
I enjoyed all, but we all have different,
Yes.
Views.
But,
views.
well,
Like,
everyone, yes.
why do you like Revenge of the Sith? Then? Why is it your favorite? I also like
Well,
Revenge of the Sith.
well,
but why
I,
is it your
I like
favorite?
it. I like a dark background.
Mm.
You know, and literally the beginning of what could have been Vader. You know,
Mhm.
when I found out that Anakin later on was Darth Vader,
Mhm.
you know, and the prequel trilogy came out, you know,
Mhm.
I watched it from beginning to beginning to end.
Mhm.
Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith. And
Yeah.
when I played Revenge of the Sith, and as a movie and as a video game,
Yeah.
it made me
I
understand.
remember that game. It was
Yeah.
a great game.
Oh yeah,
I
on
also
PS2.
played it a lot. Yeah, on the
PS2,
PlayStation
right?
2. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that one actually had Anakin use Force Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. When I loved about that game, you can literally, fight for hours.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's hordes of droids, man. Who doesn't love?
No, it's not just the droids.
Not just the droids, obviously, but
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
pointing out
you're
droids.
talking about fighting General Grievous,
Yeah.
fighting Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he never fought.
Boss
Anakin
battles.
never fought Mace Windu. They just added it to the game.
Yeah, for boss battles.
I feel like that was a
It's
really
a
good
game
game.
mechanic.
It was a
though.
very good game,
Yeah, it was a
even
very
for
good game.
PS2, but still a good game. Oh, there was also an alternative ending.
And there was also multiplayer. There was a 1v1.
Yeah,
You remember the
oh,
1v1s?
man.
I remember the 1v1s with my friends. But
Yeah.
like going on to your point, why
Yes.
why is Revenge
Again,
of the
dark,
Sith your
dark,
favorite?
there's the dark history. I like stuff with dark history.
Mm.
You know, although I didn't like the part where he actually was suggested that he killed Adamants. I don't condone that.
Mm.
That's the one negative about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, younglings.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I like the fact that it's always the brother versus brother thing. You know,
Mm.
contradiction of points,
Yeah, yeah,
ideals. That's where I think Revenge of the Sith converges on so many things. Dark side and light side, literally
Mm.
at the precipice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's why I think
Would you say the writing is good?
some parts no, definitely yes.
Okay.
I'd say some parts yes, some parts no.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
just in terms of dialogue. But I'd say the
Mm.
writing in an overall.
What about the pacing of the story? Because that matters to me a lot, like pacing and character progression. That's a big thing for me as a moviegoer. Any movie doesn't have to be Star Wars. Like,
I'd say if the movie was longer,
Mm.
then the character pacing would have been better. I'd say
see,
like let's say Lord of the Rings long or Avatar long.
well, no, because see, Lucas has always mentioned that
Yes.
you're meant to see episode 1 all the way to 6
Yes.
in one sitting,
Yeah, linearly.
linear. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to watch it in that order
Yeah.
for everything to make sense and for
Right.
everything to be good, and then you can have your opinion about the story. But Lucas is Lucas. You know, he's
Lucas
a
is
legend.
Lucas.
He's a legend, right?
Mm.
But like the prequels initially, when I saw them, because I
Yes.
was like a child, like a 16, 17-year-old kid, right?
Mhm.
Watching the prequels for the first time. I remember I was like maybe 17 when Attack of the Clones came out
Oh yeah.
or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So
I remember I was.
so
I think I
everything
15.
was just nice. Everything was cool, and I was like
17
maybe
I think it was
20.
17 when Revenge of the
I
Sith.
think maybe I was 20 when it was Revenge of the Sith or something
Yeah,
like that.
I was 17 when Revenge of the Sith came out.
Yeah,
And I was trying to download it legally.
I mean, yeah, the LimeWire days.
Oh yeah, LimeWire Day.
Yeah, I remember. But like to my point, to my point is, when you're younger, it just looked
You're
like
not-
a cool
you're
movie.
not as
You're not
critical.
as critical, yes.
Just go to watch.
And then as you get older and you go multiple watches, you're starting to think, this was written badly.
Yeah,
It was
like-
written badly. But see,
Like, and if you
George has always said like
another prime example,
Yeah.
sorry, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
If you watch Power Rangers today,
I still love it, to be honest.
you'd love it, but you think it's very cringy.
The writing was so cringe,
Yes,
but the
it was so
fact that
cringy.
they
Guys,
acknowledge
we
that
can do
cringe
this.
is so good.
With the power of friendship, we can do
And,
anything.
and that's why it's so good, because they acknowledge the cringe.
You see,
They're
when,
not shying away from it,
when it
you know?
when it's done in anime, it's epic. When it's done by Americans wearing leotards and
I mean, the stuntmen for the Power Rangers were practically all Asian, so
no, they weren't.
yeah, they
No,
were
no,
wearing
no.
helmets, dude.
No, they weren't, dude.
What?
Every scene, every footage was stolen from Super Sentai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I know. That's,
None of
Power Rangers was inspired by Super Sentai.
Mind-blowing fact for you people: every single battle footage that was on Power Rangers was stolen from Super Sentai, from the days of Mighty Morphin till the days of Mega Force or whatever the hell they call it these days.
Oh man.
Guys, going back to
Yeah,
Disney
yeah.
selling Lucasfilm to George Lucas. Is that a rumor, or is that true? Are they
I don't
thinking
know.
about
You
that?
say-
It's,
it was a
it's still a
rumor.
leak, so
You
it's
say
still a
it was
rumor.
I mean, whether it's true
I think
or
it's
not,
still a rumor.
We'll know until like after. We'll know. Until,
We'll find out eventually. You know,
know,
I'm not
what-
gonna pry into.
All right, so here's the
thing.
question that may have something to do with it. All right,
Yeah.
so when is Star Wars Episode 8 and 10? Is it 10 now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it
it's
will
supposed
be
to come out in 2026 of December.
All right, so I'd say by 2024, the next Star Wars celebration, we'll probably know something.
Mhm.
It's like when all the Star Wars fans and executives they come together and they're gonna make their announcements.
Yeah,
That's the best thing That's the best thing you can hope for. You know?
yeah, that's true. That's true. But like, let's go back to the previous question. Then.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Attack of the Clones.
Why is it Attack of the Clones?
I like Attack of the Clones a lot because I enjoyed like Obi-Wan's Kenobi's interaction with Dooku, and I enjoyed seeing Jango Fett and the Kaminoans, Obi-Wan Kenobi going there, and I enjoyed also like Anakin Skywalker and Padme together, like fighting against the Separatists, especially when they were
So
inside.
it was mostly because the action.
Like the action, the character progression, the
Yeah,
development, and the other stuff as well.
Well, pretty much the character development was more about Padme and Anakin.
It was more about the relationship, building
Yeah.
the relationship
Yes.
between Anakin and Padme. Because
Yes.
we already know that
Yes,
Obi-Wan is.
because you have to tell her.
Yeah.
She has to tell him. She can't have the relationship with him. So it's better to have the least sexy dress possible.
I know, right? It's so cringe, but it's also so good.
You see what I'm pointing, right?
Yeah.
No, I like.
How
I like
can
it. I
you
like it.
literally tell the guy it's over? It didn't mean anything, and literally she's almost butt naked over there.
Practically.
Yes,
Practically.
practically.
No, but see, it's not really a big deal. I don't think it's a deal breaker for the movie.
Indeed.
I think it was just. It's more fan service than actually being a plot hole. You know?
Which part
The
is fan
relationship.
service?
The relationship.
Yeah. So the relationship of Anakin and Padme building, you know, as a couple.
Literally, it's like the more
Yeah.
he spends time with her,
The more he's
tempting
tempted, yeah.
to
And
the
Jedi
dark-
cannot have
Temptations or
and
attachments.
all of this. Cannot have relationships
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
But like I said, in Luke's Jedi Order, it's different.
Yeah.
It's more- they have more
Everyone
freedom.
was trained, and everyone was kind of like, once they've felt the Force, they kind of just accept that, you know, when people die, they just rejoin the Force.
Yeah.
What's
and,
in that?
and yet he tried to kill
Ben.
It's a
Kylo
different
Ren.
story.
I think it
It's a
doesn't. I
different
think that
story.
doesn't make sense for his. Even right? Didn't Mark Hamill even?
No,
say that?
let's not talk about the sequel trilogy.
yeah.
I'm gonna
That-
get you're
that
gonna get you're
honestly,
gonna trigger me.
honestly,
To be
that
honest.
yeah.
I don't want to start
his
getting triggered. It's
his
my
trigger's
first.
probably-
It's
probably
my
about
first
Mark Hamill. My
showing
trigger's
on
Rey.
this thing.
His trigger's Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
my
for
trigger
sure.
is Rey. You know, because honestly, Disney's Mark Hamill.
Luke is my favorite character.
exactly, and the second trilogy killed him.
The
And-
sequel
and-
trilogy.
You mean the sequel trilogy?
The
Sequel
assassination of a character, you know.
Exactly.
How I like to
And then
call
when
it.
I mean killed him, not killed his character and killed him. You know.
It killed his writing. Even Mark Hamill was
He was like, "That's not
You
my
know-
Luke."
you know-
he was downplaying the role. He was also not
know-
really promoting the movie because
Also-
he was so angry at
the direction.
at how they took his character's direction.
Not only that, he was also angry at who's the
Ryan
kid?
Johnson?
No, who's the kid who played Anakin in Phantom Menace?
Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, Jake
Right.
Lloyd.
You know he was actually angry at Lucas.
Because of the clunky dialogue, you mean? Because when he said that?
Not that the clunky dialogue, because of the fact that he did everything right, and yet they didn't have him in the second movie.
But why would they have him in the second movie if...
They wanted a pretty boy.
No, because in fact, like, Attack of the Clones takes it takes place 10 years after Phantom Menace. So why would they...
Regardless.
No, Jake Lloyd would still be very young.
Yeah, he would be like, what, like... Yeah, he'd
No,
still be
Jake Lloyd
really
was
young.
11 when he
Oh
was.
yeah,
cast.
and if somehow the feelings of love happen between a small child and a teenage girl.
Yeah.
You
1914.
gotta say more.
No, but
that guy-
how would they have it?
Just a minute. You need to mute. في شو اسمه الفوليوم يم الواي فاي. How'd that happen?
Ah.
It's quite until it's fixed.
We're good?
Okay, we're good? Okay, we're good.
So no, but why would they have Jake Lloyd in the second movie if it didn't concern him at all? Because it's a future version of Anakin.
That's the point. You see, what
No, no.
Sorry, let me...
If we're gonna talk about casting,
Yeah.
just purely casting, is
They-
the
they
fact
prob-
that Jake Lloyd didn't mature into a glow up.
Yeah.
More
Because
like a down.
that's what I'm saying. They wanted a pretty boy.
Yeah.
They wanted Hayden Christensen. And not to mention, they wanted the same theme as Harry Potter.
Mm.
Oh,
How so?
Like the age, like how they grow, like every movie.
Every movie, normally same cast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's literally no change, except Dumbledore because he died.
Well, yeah.
So, well, the first actor who played Dumbledore.
Yes,
and
I
the-
know. Marlon Brando.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. He's old, man.
Yeah.
Then he was replaced by Ian. I forgot his name. The guy that played Gandalf. Remember what's his name? Ian.
No.
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 Dumbledore was replaced by the person that played Gandalf.
No.
No.
Remember, and we
Hey,
Stop.
stop. Stop. Stop.
Just stop.
There are two guys telling you no. You're wrong.
You're gonna kill whatever credibility we have. Gandalf didn't play Dumbledore. That's like having Spider-Man and Star Wars on Superman's back. See?
How, man? Wait. Okay. You're getting confused.
But
man.
anyway, yeah, they want. I'd say during that time because Harry Potter's movie franchise was selling,
Yeah.
they wanted the same theme. But as you said, Jake Lloyd didn't grow up into a handsome person, so it looks matter in movies.
It does. It's your selling point, you know. It's your currency in Hollywood. It's
Yeah.
your looks.
Yeah.
Why do you think all these actors always look buff? You never see a fat actor unless required by the movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or,
Yeah.
or unless there's the movie The Whale.
Yeah.
Though I still haven't seen it.
No, let's not talk about
I
it.
have
Let's
no-
stay on Star Wars.
All right, so
Star Wars.
so now here's now since we're talking about Star Wars, so let's talk about this.
Nature's blade.
Why Ranger? Who's the Ranger?
It's supposed to be
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon's the
Qui-Gon.
Ranger.
Qui-Gon.
So me
Mhm.
and Leo and Aziz, I don't know why you're there, but let's hope you learn. So we have started a saber club.
Yes.
Okay, so the saber club is not just about people who collect like
Lightsabers.
lasers.
Nature's blade.
Yes, I get it. You're a Ranger's blade. It's not just about people who collect the lightsabers. It's actually, we're fighting with them. I have experience with kendo and other martial arts. Leo, what do you have?
A bit of here and there, a bit of kendo, some fencing,
Yeah.
some kali.
Alright.
and-
So we started the Qatar Sabers Club in order to do combat,
saber combat. Yeah.
saber combat, proper saber combat, maybe using a little bit here and there,
Mhm.
and actually going with more freedom than the particular martial art itself.
Yes.
It allows you for more fluidity in it.
Mm.
And if you want to see what it really looks like, we're about to show you a very exciting video.
Mm.
All right, let's see the showcase. let's say if the cross was used in particular combat, it isn't considered an emitter. Saber can it be used?
It is an emitter, yeah.
So it is used for defensive.
No, it's not. It's just to exhaust.
And we're back. Okay, so we're back.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video because it is on the Qatartainment
Channel.
channel. Right, wait, is it again? Go on again. Are we back? And does it look like we're not?
I guess there's just a delay.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a small delay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're back. Okay, so we're back. So, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video because you can see it also on Qatar Saber Club YouTube channel, and we're gonna be showing more videos of our duels together. They're not
They're not choreographed at all. They are spontaneous.
Yeah, proper
If
fighting.
I attack, he reacts. If he attacks, I react.
Yeah, what we were showing is we're going on different categories,
Yes.
basically. So there's single blade, dual wield, staff.
I think that's it, right?
Pikes.
No, that's it. There's more. There's
Really?
pikes. There's lances. There's even axes.
Yeah, but we don't do it axes.
Yeah, axes is. Yeah, there are.
That's more for like collector stuff.
I mean, it can be used, but we prefer not to use it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. We can't teach
It
it.
doesn't seem safe, in my opinion.
Not to mention, you can't teach it. I mean,
I have no
think of it this way.
experience in axe combat, so there you
yeah.
go.
Not to mention, I mean, it's the same material as this,
Yeah,
but
it's kind of edged.
very edged.
Yeah.
So if you, even with all the protection and everything, you still need to practice with it. I mean, I think it's more of like an expedition cosplay.
Yeah, I think I think it's more for choreography and cosplay.
Yeah, you can't use it in practical combat when, like what you do in the proper
In sports,
saber.
yeah.
So what we decided, me and Leo, after going through the rules like properly one by one, what did we do? We decided to give the single blade
Its own category.
its own category. Okay, but if you want to use a different style, eventually, like use staff, dual wield, it's going to be its own tournament.
Yep.
You know, like you can be. A
Well,
staff.
we are inviting people who
Yes.
watch the show to. Do we have a website? I think we have a website, right?
We
A
have.
registration form at least.
Well, we're working on it. Yes.
Yeah.
So-
But like,
so-
if you're interested, I guess just directly message the Instagram account.
yeah,
right?
you can directly message the Instagram account, that or Facebook, basically, and we'll definitely get in touch with you, all right, about saber combat.
Mhm.
You know, and whatever method you're gonna go with, it's gonna be basic combat understanding.
Yeah.
All right, everything is safe. You'll have
The
good teachers.
padding, yeah.
Paddings and everything. You'll have good teachers, right? Anyone who actually wants to join, our advice would be to order your own dueling lightsaber before joining. Okay, now we will have definitely extra sabers for
Yeah.
you guys, but
If you're interested and you're waiting for your lightsaber to arrive, then we can loan you some of our sabers.
yes, definitely. And all our sabers are dueling effective,
Yes.
except
Rated for dueling.
Are there any excepts?
No, this is also rated for dueling. I just don't use it. It's too heavy.
Yeah, the handle is heavy. Here?
Yeah, it's actually really heavy.
Yeah, you're gonna get more weight on. There's not gonna be
And
any
there's no
balance.
balance.
Yeah, there's not gonna be balance for this. I mean, you can use it for practice, basic swings.
Yeah.
But
It's a little too heavy in my opinion. To be wielded properly with single hand.
Nature's blade.
okay, so
It's not gesture control.
it's not just your control.
No, it's not.
So that's
This is
that's
an
a negative.
older.
Oh yeah, it's an
This
older,
is an older
model.
model. Yeah.
And
Yeah. I can definitely get the electronics upgraded,
I
but
can never get I can never get tired of that.
you'll never get tired of it, man. Lightsaber igniting? Come on.
Okay, why there's a TIE fighter in there?
It's not a TIE fighter.
It sounds like
Blaster,
a TIE
right?
fighter.
It's a blaster.
It sounds like a TIE fighter.
It's a speeder
flying or
blaster.
something.
Yeah, but it's for cosplay. You know, when you're spinning, you can
I get
tap it.
One of the rules is definitely going to be that you can't have the lightsaber sounds on.
Yeah.
All right, it will be because you're going to have 3 referees during one
It's
match.
gonna be loud.
It's going to be very loud. So you
During practice, though, we keep it on.
oh yeah, definitely just to keep the
To keep the feel, you know, to keep the Star Wars feel.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars feel because What else do you think?
Yeah, because you can't have Star Wars without the lightsaber hum, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. What else can we say?
Well, I would say then that we train with real world martial arts, but we
Yes.
just use lightsabers. You know?
Yes.
It's that simple.
And to keep in mind, these are not toys.
Yeah,
Right.
they can hurt. They can hurt. That's
They
why
can
we have
hurt.
protection.
So my opinion is get some padding.
Mhm.
Gloves with padding. One
Thick
with
gloves.
Muay Thai or Muay Thai would work. Like a starter,
Mm,
because they do have the knuckle padding. You know,
I guess that works. Yeah.
as a start.
Yeah.
Until
I guess that works.
I mean, Saber League from France, they do sell custom made
the gloves, the
yeah.
Muay Thai gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess that would work.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Saber League does offer a specific
specific gloves.
gloves. I actually got them. They're very nice. They look like a little motorcycle
Quite solid.
gloves.
Yeah, quite solid.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna feel the impact, but you're not gonna get hurt.
You're not gonna feel any pain.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Hockey equipment, but not the type that's too restrictive.
Mm.
Right? You need to move. I got. If you've seen the movie, the video earlier.
It was slower.
Yeah, my right hand was a bit.
Yeah. I've seen you strike faster than that.
Oh yeah, I am. See that?
I've seen you strike faster.
This
than
guy
that.
knows.
Oh,
This guy.
I've seen you do kendo.
Oh yeah.
I remember that showcase you did. I think it was in Geekdom or
Oh yeah.
there was one showcase you did. I remember being there, and then you were dueling someone.
Yeah.
And you struck him quite fast, and I barely caught it. Like I barely caught the hit. I just heard it. You know.
Oh man, Mike. I didn't believe I was that fast.
Well, not. I mean, I'm over exaggerating a little bit because I saw because it's a shinai. You know, the shinai is lighter than
By the way,
lightsaber.
thank you for downgrading.
No, I don't mean it that way. Cause like,
I get it.
'cause, like this is very heavy
Oh, yeah,
compared
that-
to a shinai, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The shinai is like super light, and if you do like really quickly,
Oh yeah.
it's very hard to see. But like
Not
with
to-
this is a bit heavier.
Oh yeah, definitely. This one could definitely hurt because of the fact that the hilt is made of like a lot of metal.
It's,
Not
it's
not aluminum.
aircraft grade aluminum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aircraft grade aluminum.
Aircraft grade aluminum. Saberforge uses aircraft grade aluminum.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That's why they're sturdy as.
Oh yeah, and remember this: always use baselit. Do not get NeoPixel if
Yeah,
you want to do
you're gonna
tuning.
damage the blade
Yeah, and you know, and that's a lot to replace.
Yeah.
Because the electronics are in the blade.
in the blade. Yeah.
Yeah. What else should we say?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Then
And even if you don't have a saber, just come join us. We'll have a lot of fun.
yeah, definitely. And if you're talking about getting equipment, we'll help you along the way.
Mm.
We'll help you get you like very affordable equipment.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not like Saberforge is not the only place you can get lightsabers.
It's not,
You got yours
like-
from the Saber Factory,
very affordable.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, they mentioned.
and
it.
Aziz got his from
Saber
Saber
Factory.
Factory as well.
Yeah, and he only, you know how many times he used it? He used it a lot.
Once.
Once. And that's a lot.
I want to come last week, but I woke up at like 4 p.m.
I was a kid once. You were a kid once. It's okay. Let it be.
No, because I couldn't sleep, honestly.
I'm going to Moxor now. This is what we do before an awkward Kindle practice.
Yeah, you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. But
Let's
see,
calm.
yeah.
Let's calm.
As with any martial arts, it is a discipline.
Yeah.
We encourage you to learn a discipline, but we do not encourage using that discipline to actually hurt people.
Yes.
Yes. Whenever we do duel, we are protected. We are safe.
Yes.
We are going full speed,
Yes.
but we're not doing full contact because we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have armor.
Alright.
You know?
You forgot? Do they need helmets as well? Because you
Yes,
guys didn't.
they-
Oh yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes,
we,
they do.
we weren't targeting
Oh.
heads.
Yes,
Yes,
because
we
we're not,
could.
we're not at that level yet. I mean, I can definitely hit as so
I
can
can
Leo.
hit heads.
Yes, but we can't hit because we don't have
We
the
don't have
protection.
the
Mm.
proper gear.
I can't use my kendo helmet.
Mm.
Can't, right? Because of the fact that there's the metal bars
Mm.
possibly.
Could damage the blades.
Alright, so it's
I've
better
not
to
tested
actually.
it, but we don't want to test it.
Yeah, I mean, best
Well,
example.
it takes like 2 to 3 weeks for a new blade to arrive.
Yeah, best example would be Saber Legion and Saber League. All their helmets are fencing, but they had to have a specific one, like 350N,
Mm.
right? Every one of those guys, they use they use a
fencing mask.
a specific
Yeah.
fencing mask.
Yeah, it covers your ears and your dome basically.
Yeah, and there's padding as well.
It's like in kendo. Like if someone's like drawing from a background of kendo, he's gonna go like really quick strike to the head.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you can go for hands and stomach.
Yeah, we'll still
And
score your points.
One of the other score points is shoulders.
Yeah.
That's why you need a hockey chest guard because it also protects your
Shoulders.
Oh yeah. So in case you cannot go for the head, because someone uses maybe a high guard or something, a different kind of guard, or constantly blocking, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely go for the shoulders, and it's not a small tap. You have to strike, but not in intent of killing the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Not even intent of hurting the person. Right? I'd say in the intent of
Scoring the point.
scoring the point.
I would
Yeah.
say scoring the point.
I'd say we have a lot of goals to go for. You know, we want to be in geek.
We're going for waist up.
Yeah.
So no.
I mean, Saber Legion
Not
Saber Legion's rules do have that you can score.
Yeah, but not yet for us.
Yeah,
Not
that's
yet for
that's
us.
too much. Like you can score on the shin, on the thighs or the shins, but that particular anyone with a Kendo background, he cannot score that low. He can't hit that low.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's not in his training.
not to mention, if you go for that low, there's a possibility you'll go to the back of the knee.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt so much.
Yeah, and you could.
I've been hit there before.
Oh boy.
and
And,
it hurts so
and you
much.
could sweep that person, and that's worse.
Mm.
You know what I mean by sweep?
You mean that thing?
What thing?
Well, like by hitting that thing? You mean?
No,
like-
I said sweeping.
What do you mean by sweeping?
Oh my god. Have you never heard of sweeping?
I have, but what do you mean by that? By like making him fall?
Yes. How did it take you to actually get that?
Do you know how heavy the armor is when you're fully on?
Yes.
That's quite heavy.
Kendo armor is like
Like
6
even with like
Kendo-
even with the
Old Kendo
the-
armor is like 6 to 7 kilos
Yeah.
extra.
and like just even with the elbow pads when we tested it out, I already felt restrained.
Yes.
Imagine full on armor. Yeah, I felt like I
And
was.
those guys
slower.
take them about 15 minutes in Saber Legion to put on that armor.
Yeah.
And you need an extra guy to help you with
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure. Well, we are meeting again this week. So if you are free and would like to join us for
Well, I think we have like 2 or 3 more guys coming to join us, inshallah.
I asked one of my friends to join, but
Oh, nice.
I don't know if he's up for it. He's not a big Star Wars nerd, but
But he does.
he does
enjoy it.
like martial arts.
Oh, that's actually good.
So we'll see if he shows up.
I'd say in terms of like your most expensive, like in terms of
The most expensive thing would be the lightsaber, to be
Oh,
honest.
if you're getting from Saber Forge.
If you want quality, though. Like
Really, you want to go?
I'm not very.
But some parts are interchangeable. That's
Yeah.
one thing we did learn last week.
Yes.
So, so Saber Forge blades can be attached to Saber Factory.
Yeah.
So that
They're the same thickness, outer diameter.
yeah. So you can definitely attach the Saber Factory's Saber Forge's blades to Saber Factory's hilts,
Mm.
which still gives you a nice advantage, and it doesn't change much about the in terms of what's it called.
Well, durability, they're about the same.
No, I'm talking about color.
Oh, color, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything about
Doesn't
color
change.
or base or anything like that.
Yeah.
Durability is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Well,
know?
it's about the same. It's just the Saber Factory ones. They use thin wall.
Oh yeah.
They have a thinner wall
So
blade.
yeah. So like say with Saber Forge, they even have the same thing. They have thin and standard.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. We
No, they
so-
have thin neck and standard.
what's thin neck?
You know Obi-Wan's hilt?
Yeah, I know
There's
there's
a thin section.
yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Like
How's
right
that-
after the handle,
Yeah.
and the emitter is like on
Yeah,
a very
I'm
thin
thinking if
neck.
somebody wants to use Obi-Wan's
Yeah,
hilt for dueling,
That's a
which is
thin neck.
possible.
yeah, it could break. That's why there are blades specific for thin neck sabers.
Okay. See that?
yeah.
So I'd say, wait, but
What?
Saber Factory does have Obi-Wan's.
They do, yeah.
How do they incorporate that?
I have no clue.
I'll
See,
check-
the reason I don't generally use like screen accurate sabers for dueling is because one, they're heavier,
Yes.
they're thicker, they're
Yeah.
harder to wield compared to these ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I just unscrew this and you can show the camera the difference in thickness. Right?
All right.
There you go.
So here,
Just show the difference in thickness of the hilts.
yeah. This one is more thicker. This one is less thicker. Plus, this one's lighter. This one is heavier.
Mm.
And of course,
Ranger's blade.
Obviously, a different color.
of course,
You gotta have a different color.
you gotta have a different color. Why do you choose purple completely?
Because Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Enough said.
But there are other shops as well. Have you heard of Imperial Workshop? And I think there's a shop called
Yeah, Imperial Workshop.
Star Wars Theory lightsabers.
Star Wars Theory does not make lightsabers. Star
No.
Wars Theory is a channel.
No, but he also has a lightsaber shop too.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He just opened it like this year, but like in February or January.
I've not heard of it yet.
Can that? Is that even accurate? I mean, there are a lot of guys who do DIY.
There
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Do it yourself. Do it yourself.
There are DIYers, like
Yeah.
Samir.
Who?
He's a Canadian dude.
Is it Samir?
Yeah. He's from Canada. He's
Oh, okay. You know, there are a lot of actually people who actually get the parts
He
together.
he basically buys like the CNC grade, or sorry, the aircraft grade aluminum.
Yes.
He CNCs it to make his own designs.
There's a lot of people who actually design the lightsabers from scratch.
Yeah.
Saber League in particular, they make the everything they do is almost custom made.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
but their shop almost as expensive as Saberforge.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah,
Almost
because it takes a
expensive.
lot of manpower to create one saber.
Mm.
And
Like if I were to take, if I were to like run down the step by step, one
yeah,
is you take a block of aluminum,
yes,
right? A round bar of aluminum. You
Yeah.
bore it out to make the hole,
Uh-huh.
and then you create your design, whatever it is,
Mhm.
and that alone will take you 2 days, maybe. Maybe.
So you're saying
On top of that, you gotta split it into sections, which is the emitter, the switch section, the handle, and the pommel. And all of those threads in the thing have to be, done per part.
so emitter, body.
Yeah.
What?
Emitter, switch, body, and the pommel.
Oh yeah, the pommel's for a single blade at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they are quite expensive.
And
On top of the man hours, the
if I could,
the material itself, man, it's aircraft grade aluminum.
man, if I could, I would just want just one katana based hilt.
You know, your hilt actually, we can make an Ito wrap.
What do you mean?
You know, the Ito wrap.
Give it a wrap?
Yeah. Make it feel like an actual katana with the actual wrap.
Would-
I know how to do an
Would that
Ito wrap.
be like?
You've done an Ito wrap, right? Have you not done an Ito wrap yet?
No, I have not.
Huh.
Kendo, you don't.
Surprising.
In Kendo, you use a shinai,
Yeah, I
which
know.
does not use the which is the
Yes, but you own several bookends, right?
again does not use it. We use the bokkins without
Yeah,
wrapping
it's to
anything
practice
around
the
it.
kata. Yeah, I
Yes.
understand. Yeah.
Only
enough.
only people who practice Iaido, they do that.
Yeah.
We do not.
Yeah, I've done it for cosplay. I've practiced making an Ito wrap for cosplay.
Where is it? I think I had it before.
Because I built a
Oh yeah,
katana
there it
cross.
is. With this one.
Maybe not this. This is a bit too thick.
I mean, you can
Like,
judge.
length. I mean, that is too thick to become an Ito wrap.
Okay,
It
but
should
it can
like
be
maybe
used.
half.
But it can be used,
It
right?
can be used. I would just wrap it around like this, similar to how this is wrapped.
For those who are wondering, this is called Urban War God.
It's a leather wrap.
Wow, that's just weird.
It's a leather wrap.
Yeah, it is. You ever feel that?
It's fake leather, but still. It's basically if you're
I
in
keep wondering,
cosplay.
Saber Factory,
you know.
why didn't you send me this and you sent this guy?
Maybe it's just with my lightsaber, right? With the learner
I think it's part
lightsaber.
of the learners.
The learner lightsaber, right?
Oh
Because
yeah.
the learner is like open
Yeah,
to
yeah,
more
because
customization, right?
yeah, exactly. It comes with a coupler,
Mm.
and it came with this.
Yeah, and we discovered that you can combine the learner with other sabers to make your hilt
Oh, yeah.
longer.
Remember when I made it into a
Double-bladed one.
Yeah.
No, without the emitter part. I mean, it would just extend it.
I mean, well, of course, what I did was basically I removed the guard
Mhm.
and gave it a proper Darth Maul look.
Mm.
That was I felt so creative that day. You know,
Yeah.
Until now, I keep taking it apart and putting it back together. You know.
Yeah.
And at
Oh,
times.
these are harder, man.
I
Like,
actually.
you know how much time it takes for me to like maintain one of these?
How much?
Because first I have to get like a leather wrap.
Okay.
I wrap the leather around so as to not damage. I'll
Yeah.
take a pipe wrench. You know what a pipe wrench is?
Yeah.
So it'll grab onto that
Yeah.
so that it's not, gonna damage it.
Yeah.
And then the other side, here, and I have to twist them, and it's so hard because you have to put glue on the threads. If
Mm.
you don't, while you're dueling, it could potentially unscrew.
But that's why you have to wear gloves.
That's why you have to wear gloves.
That's why you have to wear gloves.
Aside from that, it's just like because the
Hold on,
vibrations of the base.
I have to make sure it actually goes through his thick skull. That's why you have to wear gloves.
Believe me, next time I'll bring gloves.
And
If you
wear
wake
them.
up.
And wear them.
Ranger's blade.
Wear the gloves.
Where
them.
Sure, I'll wear them. I'll wear them.
They're literally for your protection, bro. 'Cause
No, it is.
Imagine if you actually wield something like this. Your learner saber is better suited for you because
It's very lightweight.
and it's very beginner level.
Mm.
Imagine if you wielded something like this, just
Bit heavier.
because you don't have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, way heavier.
Try it.
It's really heavier than the
It's
learner.
not just the. It's
Try
not just-
to just do
Swing.
a swing and stop. Like full swing, full speed, and then stop.
No, the thing
Lift
I
your-
don't want to say it 'cause
It's fine. Lift your arms up a bit more. Lift them up. Lift them up. Higher. And go back a bit. Back.
Back more, yeah.
Well, you don't have to look at the blade. Look up. Look in front of you.
Yeah.
And swing. That is actually a basic kendo swing right there.
But you see how you don't have power,
yeah.
and you're trying. Because even
Because
me,
more of the weight comes
Yeah.
from here.
because even me, because there's practically no weight here,
Mm.
because all the weight's in the hill. If I do and try to stop, you see I wobble a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah. Not
Because there's less
all the
control.
way. Because this
And there's less
particular.
control. So if we were to do like, I would say if we were to do like a full speed, but not full contact, I would probably accidentally hit him
Yeah.
with this saber. That's why I don't use this for dueling. This is for cosplay. And
What
I
are your
use these ones
guys?
for
What are your favorite hilts from the Star Wars franchise? Not just from the movies or the TV shows, from everything. My
From the
favorite.
franchise?
Yeah, my favorite one is, and it could be from like the games, the comic books,
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
My
Alright.
favorite one would have to be Anakin's lightsaber hilt, the one from
From?
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
So the classic graphics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It is very elegant. It is.
Because it's very
it-
shiny and chromy.
Yeah, it's very chromy. No, but it was because it was made from that camera flash
Oh yeah.
that holds the light bulb.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, yeah, it is. It is still very classic look, and I've always wanted to get one, but they're so expensive.
It's your
Graphics are so
It's your
expensive.
Anakin's.
Yeah.
What's more expensive in your opinion? Anakin Skywalker's from number 3
Yeah.
or Darth Vader's?
I would say they're about the same in
Oh,
price,
yeah.
at least in Saber Forge, because you can get them in crystal sabers. So like, there's a crystal inside,
Mm.
so you can open them apart and you can see the crystal. The kyber crystal.
Yeah, I remember.
It's quite cool.
I remember there's a Star Killer one.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah.
You can see the crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely for collectors.
Yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah.
Those are really expensive because it takes way more time to make.
You know what's the most interesting thing about what's it called Darth Vader's?
What?
It's all cure
Oh yeah.
because he's not using his actual hands.
Yeah.
He's using
Metal
He's
hands.
mechanical
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, so there's no need for him to actually worry about grip safety or anything
Yeah.
like that because he's got big hands.
Mm. But I would say my favorite lightsaber would be definitely. I'm gonna sound like a generic Star Wars fan.
Go ahead.
Ahsoka Tano's.
Ahsoka. Yeah, I like hers. You
Not the
Oh,
not the Mandalorian ones, not the
Which one?
Rebels ones. I'm talking about her old school Padawan.
Clone Wars. Clone Wars, right?
This one.
Yeah. This. Yeah, I remember.
Based off of this, she had one short
And one long.
and one long.
Yeah.
And she builded them like backhand, which is not practical in real life combat, but it's it's a show for kids.
It's a show. No one's gonna care
No
about
one's gonna
practicality.
Yeah.
Mine,
Yes, that was my favorite.
mine is the Ronins from Visions Episode 1, The Duel.
Yeah.
Definitely, hands down,
Oh yeah.
best episode. and best hilt ever, honestly.
Mm.
I love the fact that the hilt actually turns it's so to the point that it actually makes the blade turn into a
You know, there are fan theories that the saya, the sheath,
yeah.
is made from Beskar steel. So that when
That's
he smacks
why
the
it's-
lightsaber, it doesn't cut his
That's
hand
when
off.
he draws.
Yeah, so when he
it
draws
won't
it won't cut. It won't cut his hand.
Speaking of which,
Because imagine drawing that like a plasma blade, and then the saya would just cut your hand off.
here's an
That's
interesting,
very impractical, you know.
very impractical. Yes, but samurai.
Nah.
Here's an interesting fact for you. Did you know that the first king of Mandalore was a Jedi?
Yeah.
Name?
It's something Vizsla, right? Or
Hey.
not?
Wow, I was actually impressed. Yeah,
Right? Something Vizsla.
Yeah.
Yes, he was actually yeah.
What was
Pre-Vizsla.
his first name?
Pre-Vizsla. It's Pre-Vizsla.
Pre-Vizsla? No,
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 Pre-Vizsla is,
Pre-Vizsla is
the-
after.
After,
No,
yeah.
no, no.
That was in.
This was the
Clone
ancestor.
Wars.
Yeah.
This was the ancestor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a Jedi Knight.
He was a
Mm.
Jedi Knight.
And he was a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And he created the dark
Dark,
saber.
that's true.
Exactly.
I want. What do you think?
And that's why now whoever holds the dark saber rules Mandalore.
Yeah,
But
but
they
the
have
dark
to.
Yeah, but Darksaber's now.
It
gone.
broke. Yeah, they broke
Oh.
it. Remember?
It's like a nice job, man.
I don't wanna. I don't know, man.
I wonder who create like what did he use to create that dark saber? Like what's the crystal or what did he use? Why is it black and not like the other lightsabers? Do you know?
I don't actually. I never really looked into the
He
dark
just
saber.
created the Darksaber. I mean, the kind of kyber crystal that was used probably doesn't.
Probably synthetic, similar to Sith.
Could be one of the other times we've seen like a black lightsaber would be I think Force Unleashed or Force Unleashed 2.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's
like DLC
That's
stuff.
just for games.
Yeah, it's just
It's just like a color.
It's just
Because if we're gonna talk about canon, and unfortunately, Starkiller had two sabers. He had the red and the blue one.
yeah,
Canon wise, yeah.
that's two.
Yeah.
Canon wise?
Yeah, canon wise, he has the red and the blue.
Okay, that makes a lot of
Because
sense.
he starts with one saber, and in Force Unleashed 2, he has two.
Yeah.
And then he throws away the synthetic Sith kyber
Yeah.
and puts in
Wait.
a pure one.
The Sith kyber crystal was a synthetic one?
Yeah, all Sith kyber crystals are synthetic.
Are
You
you
not know
really?
that?
No, I
But
just
how
know
did
that.
they create them?
They're gathered on Ilum, and then they pour their malice and hatred and all of that into the crystal using the Force, and it turns red. You're technically breaking the crystal, because in canon and even
He's
in
right
the
about
books,
He's right about that.
the crystals have some sentience. They pick their masters. They pick their. That's why when you go, that's why it's shown in the Clone Wars series, or I think it was the Clone Wars or the Rebels, but one of the two.
Even Fallen Order.
Either or, right? The crystal calls to the Jedi
Mm.
Yeah.
or the Force user.
Remember
So-
when Kestis
yeah.
was
Searching for his crystal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was
exactly.
calling for him?
So
he
how
felt it.
you know how
So
Count
that
Dooku's
means-
crystal, right?
That means that that means that the crystals are alive.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. They have some sentience.
Yeah.
And so, like with Count Dooku, before he was, he had a blue lightsaber. Before he was a Sith. Before he became Darth Tyrannus.
Yeah.
And then he poured all of his hatred and anger
Into the crystal.
and frustrations with the Jedi Order into the crystal, and it became red. But he never fully transitioned into Sith because his eyes never turned yellow.
Okay. Maybe it was
He pulled from the dark side, but he was not Sith.
Yeah, but how can like I mean when does a
Could be a
person's
dark Jedi.
eyes
Was he considered a dark Jedi?
I would say he's a dark Jedi. I would
Yes.
just say he
dark side
just,
user?
He just
Slightly fallen. It's
I would say slightly
he
fallen,
hasn't
yeah.
fallen all the way, but it's
Yeah.
just slightly fallen. It's like he fell halfway.
well, if you watch the series Tales of the Jedi,
That was a Jedi. Okay.
yeah, you'll see why he gets very frustrated with the Order.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say much here.
I mean, I don't
But
have
he
to
gets very frustrated with the Order, which was also touched upon in Attack of the Clones.
I actually don't have to
He has
see
that
Tales
interchange
of
with
the Jedi.
Obi-Wan.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't have to see Tales of the Jedi to see that anyone would have problems with the Jedi
And the
Order.
Order, yeah.
Everyone has a problem with the Order.
Yeah, even as a reader.
Even
Yeah,
Qui-Gon Jinn had a problem with the Order. That's why he was not on the Council. He was a master, but not on
He
the
was
Council.
never
On
on
the
the
council.
council.
Just like Anakin in Revenge of the Sith. He was.
No, Anakin was
No,
a
he
knight.
was on the council, but he was not
Oh yeah,
granted
he was
the
on
rank
the
of master.
council, but he wasn't. He was like the opposite of Qui-Gon, right?
Yeah.
That's
The opposite of
He
Qui-Gon.
just got like a wasta.
Yeah, Wasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palpatine, Sith
basically
Sith wasta.
Sith Wasta.
Yeah.
No, but that's for sure. That's the thing about the
I
order.
mean, if you talk about the politics of the Jedi Order, you're gonna be.
And that is
here.
why Dooku quit the order. It's
Do you,
because
do you think the Jedi?
the Jedi were more into the politics than actually
Yeah, that's
keeping
what I
the
wanted to
peace.
ask. Can the Jedi be political?
They are.
In
They already are.
They
Just
already
having
are.
a council and a hierarchy like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I know there's
I mean, understandable.
there's a
like,
Grandmaster.
there-
that's
like
for sure,
a
and a
school,
Bond
for example,
Masters.
there's a dean, there's a principal, and so on, and it goes down.
Yeah.
Similar to the order, there should be a grandmaster,
Which there is.
which there is, which is Yoda, and then a council of masters. But because the council of masters exists, it's not a linear hierarchy; it's a multitude of hierarchies.
Mm.
And every master has their own views, has their own ways of training. But the final say still goes to Yoda, right? But Yoda's
He's-
almost
Think of it
always
this
never
way:
there.
if half of them vote yes, and one half no, Yoda's the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing.
Another thing,
It was more skewed towards just pleasing the senators as opposed to keeping
the peace. Yeah.
which was originally what the order stood for. Now, if you look into
More and
the
more.
game, the Old Republic
more and
and
more I'm
older
seeing
Canada,
that
Yeah.
that the Jedi Order is like the Order of the Templars.
kind of.
You ever heard of the Order of the Templars?
From Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, from
Not Assassin's Creed. They were in real history.
Oh no. I
Oh, that Templars. Yeah,
That
yeah,
Templars.
Those
Like,
Templars, yeah.
like,
Similar.
Yes.
And that's why the Crusades
They're-
happened.
And that's why Jerusalem was
Ransacked, yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
how many times?
I have
5
no
times,
clue.
6
I
times.
lost count.
Everyone.
No, but the point is, right?
The Templar.
That's the thing.
The Order of the Templars was once made. It was a bunch of warrior monks.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's literally what the Jedi are.
Yeah, warrior monks.
Bring-
They meditate and all that.
Bring a little bit more Bushido into it. Like you got
Mm.
some samurai combat into it. That's how they're able to wield the swords.
Mhm.
Okay, lightsabers. And so you got Templar knights, Bushido samurai. What else?
Mm,
I said Sun Tzu. Maybe Sun Tzu.
maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, because they understand the art of warfare.
Yeah, they do. They are trained in warfare.
Yes. And not to mention politics.
And they are trained to deflect blaster bolts, so.
Yeah, I think one of the forms.
Which is Surisu and Xian.
Yeah, one of the forms. Surisu is made primarily
Yeah,
for.
deflecting blaster bolts.
Yeah, because the majority of that battles that time were two.
Yeah.
I'd say were two.
Yeah.
What are they? Mandalorians and droids.
Droids.
Yeah.
The Mandalorians basis.
No, the
basic combat-
Surisu was basically made to battle against the Mandalorians. Because the Mandalorians were a warrior planet.
warrior planet, but based on blasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good.
I mean, I gotta
And
say,
you've seen the Mandalorian.
I have seen it. I gotta say that spear.
Yeah.
You've seen this? That
Oh
spear
yeah,
is
it's not a spear. The Beskar
wow.
spear was sick.
Yeah.
So simple design, you
I'm
know?
so
It's
glad
such a
that-
simple design, but so
I'm
beautiful.
so glad that only Mando can use it.
Yeah.
You know? Imagine if Paz Vizsla was using it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that guy, wow, he's able to carry
Mm.
that big cannon. Remember?
Yeah, I
It's
remember
kinda
when
crazy.
right before he died. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of
Remember
crazy.
that? The way he died? In general. Why do you always go for death?
No, didn't he use it like right before he died? That was the only time he did it.
Oh,
Remember when he was trying to save them?
Oh dear. Do you want?
No, I don't.
Come on, didn't he only use it right before he died? Like,
He was in episode 1
I didn't remember that.
and other episodes too.
I,
And when he was trying to save his son Ragnar, which sounds like a Viking
I
name.
know, right?
Yes,
It's a cool name.
Ragnar.
Yeah.
Ragnar Vizsla.
It's still a cool name.
Ragnar Vizsla.
I mean, it sounds off, but Ragnar is a cool name. That's what I'm pointing
Ragnar
out.
is a cool name,
Yeah.
but now you have to know it as Ragnar Vizsla.
Well, yeah.
This is not the way.
It's not the way.
This is not the way.
It's not the way.
It's not the way. And I want to see, but I got, I got the only person who does not use like blaster combat was the armor.
Yeah.
She's like a full-on axe Viking.
Yeah, dude, she was cool.
Yeah.
Imagine getting your face hit with a hammer.
Really?
Yeah. Oh.
Last week.
Oh, right.
Did I remind you? Spinning slash.
Yeah,
Hamza.
I
Come on,
remember.
I hit.
Salamtik.
Listen.
This is why we don't do spinning attacks, because you don't
Yeah.
see your target.
He was too excited.
Mm.
I can't help him.
Understandable.
But I think I still feel it until now.
We didn't choreograph that one though.
Oh yeah.
If it was choreographed, obviously no one would get hurt. But
So to clarify, although the only person who could use a lightsaber, or actually the dark saber,
Yeah.
was the King of Mandalore. Others can't use the dark saber.
yeah,
I mean, Din Djarin, Mando was using it,
Mm.
but that's because he won from Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon, yeah.
in combat.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
he gave it.
Bo-Katan
She didn't want it because she didn't want it for
deserve
combat.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
in her eyes, she didn't deserve it.
seriously, does it that matter now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does to them. They're
I
a
get-
warrior
I
race, man.
Yeah.
They're
What are
bound.
they
They're
say-
honor bound.
What are they Saiyans?
They are honor bound by
Actually,
code,
like,
man.
I won't go there because
Well,
Saiyans
see,
are.
okay. So let's say
That's a different.
okay. It's the same reason you wouldn't use your Shinai
Yes,
in combat against a Boken,
of course.
right?
Actually, no.
Aside from
it's
the
more practicality, but
yeah, it's
that's
aside
for
from the practicality.
Yeah.
You gotta honor the tradition.
of course.
That's why she's
Yeah,
honoring tradition.
you can't use. It's another way too. You can't use a shinai against a katana.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, the katana would cut through a shinai,
Probably.
depending on the quality
Yeah.
But yes.
Depending on the steel and
and the sharpness of the edge and the hamon and things like
and
that.
a lot of factors
Yes.
tie into getting a clean cut from a katana.
And there you go. You can't get a katana against a shinai.
Mm.
Although, to be honest, I would have liked to have the dark saber as a, but yeah, it's
As a
not,
collector item?
not as a dueling. item.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, it's not.
But as collecting, it's so cool, right? Like, yeah.
I mean,
it's-
the blade you could probably use for dueling. You could still probably use it for dueling, but I wouldn't go full contact.
Yeah,
Because it's
It's
like,
flat,
yeah,
you know,
flat,
it
yeah.
could,
Flat,
it could
I mean,
break.
it's like those berserker axes I showed.
Oh
you.
yeah.
They're the same edge.
Yeah.
There's like very thin edge.
Yeah, I feel like they would break if we went full speed.
You're
Even
talking
if it's
about-
not full
You're
contact.
talking about the axes?
Yeah.
You know, I keep
I feel
wondering.
like they would break still. I don't know. I've never
They
tried.
have axes and saber forge,
Mm.
but they don't sell them as a whole.
What do you mean, like
They only sell the blades.
Yeah.
They don't sell
the handle?
Oh
Oh,
yeah. One guy did do a video about it. He actually got some sort of like he did.
Was it
like,
for a review or something?
It was an unboxing.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. I think he did another review, but I saw the lightsaber axe and stuff. It was from Saber Forge.
Yeah. I think Saberforge is the only
handle
one that
is
has.
the handle is very long,
Yeah.
but I think it's very specific.
Mm.
So you can't. So if you get the blades, you need the handle.
even if like
Yes.
even for dueling, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean.
Because like
I mean.
here's the thing.
in
Even with
description
protection, right?
In the
Even with
description
protection-
itself, it says unleash your inner barbarian.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
It's not very elegant.
Oh yeah.
The lightsaber has always been described as an elegant
Elegant
weapon,
weapon.
from a civilized age, right?
Yes.
So
Yes,
You
for
don't
civilization,
necessarily
for people who
want
want
to-
to kill and slash each other through using laser swords.
yeah.
That's how elegant it is. A civilized age.
Well, I think
Again.
it was said like that because it has more honor. Because you're on equal ground. You're both melee, right?
But yeah,
It just depends on your
the way I
stats,
see
it's
it,
more
it's
honor-bound.
it's going to be more about pummeling, using pommels. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a lot of pommel strikes, maybe, and what do you call that? Thrusts with the
Yeah.
butt of the
Yeah, yeah.
with the head of the axe.
Yeah, you're like think God of War,
Mm.
Kratos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, not the original Kratos, but Norse
God of War,
Kratos.
Norse.
Yeah. That's how you're gonna fight your axe with a lightsaber axe
Mm.
against someone with a lightsaber.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Because
the
you
guy.
already lose that reach, that reach advantage.
I mean, it's not just that. I mean, you would literally have the ability to disarm another person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, using those blades.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine,
'Cause you can pull.
yeah, you can actually pull the handle.
Mm.
It's that easy.
But if we're talking about in saber combat, then
Yeah,
it's like-
in terms of combat, yeah, that's.
I guess we won't just use the
We
axes.
won't. We don't. I mean, we barely can keep up with the pikes or the lances.
We haven't even tested staff yet.
Oh yeah,
I mean, we tested it a little bit, but I remember specifically saying that it's too heavy to be dueled with a single blade. It's at a disadvantage against the single blade compared to the dual wield being an advantage to the single blade.
It's true. I mean, this.
It's a lot harder to block, is what I've noticed.
I mean, Darth Maul made it look easy.
Mm.
yeah,
But that's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Choreographed fight.
Not to mention he cut it in half, which I thought was it 2 kyber crystals or 1 kyber crystal in your opinion?
It's two kyber crystals. The energy comes from 2 crystals.
Now the question is this: was this a dual wielding, double bladed as well?
No,
or
I
is
don't
it-
think it was. I think it was just a staff, a straight up staff.
And yet Obi-Wan was able to cut it in half
Yeah.
in order to. I think that was accurate.
Wasn't it double bladed? Then he attached it.
That's what I was
No,
thinking.
it wasn't. It's always been full. Even with his duel with Qui-Gon, it was the full size thing, but he just used the one side. And he was skilled enough to use the one side.
I mean, he probably was experienced enough in the basics of lightsaber combat.
Yeah?
Then he upgraded to like double bladed.
Mm.
Oh yeah, remember he was still using. Yeah, I remember he
He
was.
was using Jar Kai
Yeah, remember he
against
was.
Qui-Gon. And then a mixture of Jamso and Vapad against Obi-Wan.
So Vapa was okay. Yeah, that was
That's a mix of both.
very early. It was very early used. You
Yeah.
see? Oh yeah.
Because a lot of the forms that derive from emotion, like Vapad and Jar Kai, they were from the Sith.
There's a lot. By the way,
And there is that question,
Yeah.
why don't they just unignite the lightsabers, which Cal Kestis did in the first Survivor game,
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order game, right?
Yeah.
Where against the second sister, he unignites his lightsaber, and then she kind of like trips over, or something like that. You remember that scene in Fallen Order?
Try to remember.
Against Darth Trilla.
Yeah, against Trilla.
She wasn't a Darth. She was in the.
She was a
Oh,
sister.
Sith, yeah,
She
yeah.
was an Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, yeah, I remember.
She was a Sith Inquisitor, and in Legends lore, a long time ago, the Sith and the Jedi, honor bound, have agreed never to unignite their lightsabers once they're in a duel. It's either kill one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why you never see it in the movies. Because, it's very cheap. Imagine swinging like this, and then the dude, instead of, trying to block, just, unignites it really quickly and then goes past
Dodges and then just goes.
Yeah,
Right in.
pretty much. And then you're just dead.
But it's a good move. It's
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
cheap move.
It's a
It's
cheap
not
move.
honor bound. And these are,
Yeah.
you have to remember, most warriors are honor bound.
Mm.
It's not a street fight
That's
for
why they
them.
don't do cheap shots. Like for
Yeah.
example, they don't kill in stealth.
Mm.
They don't go for sneak kills.
Mhm.
They don't cut a person from the back. They don't butcher a person. They don't poison a person.
Yeah.
All these are considered dishonorable attacks.
And they are very honor bound. End of the day,
Many warriors aren't do that. Like
Yeah.
knights, very honor bound. They're
Mm.
going to do a code.
Yeah, that's why there's a different. That's why
Samurai
there's a
Bushido.
different class for them. They're called assassins.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why.
And that's also why I hated the fact that they let Luke try to kill his nephew.
Yeah.
I hate.
I feel like that didn't make sense.
It doesn't work with his character.
Right?
It
Yeah.
doesn't work.
I mean, whether or not you're afraid of a person becoming possibly another Vader, I mean, instead of trying to possibly kill him, you could
Maybe
have just
guide him.
yeah.
giving him advice.
I mean, seriously. Let's look at the prime differences. If Kylo Ren was potentially a second Vader,
Mm.
he had a better master than Vader did. By Vader, I mean Anakin.
Yeah.
By master, I mean Obi-Wan.
Okay.
They were practically the same age, almost. Well, granted,
Practically, yeah.
a few years apart.
Yeah.
But still,
Give or take.
teenager when he became a knight,
Mm.
and immediately, 2 seconds later, becomes a master. I'm talking about Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
right? But look at Luke. He actually spent years
No, Luke worked hard.
trained with Yoda,
Yeah.
trained.
Force Ghost Yoda. In the Legends canon,
Yes.
he trained for at least, I think, 40 years before he was even considered a Grand Master of the Order. But he helped with rebuilding the Order. He found Force-sensitive people who are obviously old because there was no rule.
He just found them.
He just found them.
Same
Like
one.
how he found Grogu in Mandalorian.
Grogu.
Same thing. He was looking, and see, this is how powerful Luke
Can
is.
I-
He can sense every Force.
Can I ask? Yeah, can I ask you something?
Mhm.
How old is Yoda?
Yoda was 900 when he died.
Okay, that explains a lot of points now.
Why?
I was wondering. He looked like he was like 70 or 80 years
Yeah,
old.
they age slower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They age slower.
Even
but
Grogu has said that he was 50. Yeah.
He's 50, yeah.
He's 50 because now.
But because their species is a old species, they age slower.
So if baby Grogu is 50, so how old would that make him in like human years? If he's 50, he's
He's
like
50.
five years old.
He's 50 in human years.
And-
He's 50, but in terms of
Oh,
knowledge,
and
No.
for,
like in his head.
I would say like a 10-year-old.
10-year old.
I think I
I
would
feel like
say like
less,
10 year
right?
old.
Maybe less.
You
Like 5?
he's
Or-
No,
Dude,
because
he's
see,
too cute. No
you
one's gonna
remember,
care.
you remember when Ahsoka said, "I cannot train him. He is too old."
No, it's not old.
Hmm?
She didn't.
Did she not say that? I
She didn't
feel like
mention.
she said
The,
that.
she didn't mention the age. She mentioned the attachment.
Attachment.
Okay, yeah. But see, it's
Yeah.
the same thing, right? You
No, it's because
you'll
he-
have full-on attachments
you
when
see-
you're at like 8 or 9.
All right.
That's why I'm just.
Sorry. Let me expand on this a little bit.
Uh-huh.
All right. So he was trained in the Jedi Temple
Yes,
on
he was.
Coruscant before.
Before
he
Order
met-
66.
Actually, during Order 66. Oh yeah. Wait,
No,
sorry.
He's already 50.
He's already 50. Yes, I keep forgetting it. So he was trained in the Jedi Temple.
He was mostly training in meditation.
Yeah, that's why he's a better
Yeah,
force,
but then the
force
Order.
wielder.
Yeah, but then the Jedi Order
I
died.
think that the Jedi Order.
The
was-
Jedi Order died, and then somehow he found himself in the arms of Mando.
Yeah.
And then Jaren was like, found some mercy in his mercenary heart.
Yeah.
So
Because he saw a kid.
Yeah, he saw a kid. He
Yeah.
didn't know he was 50 years old.
Yeah. No, he did know he's 50.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was just surprised. That it was
Yeah, the
a kid.
contract said 50, but there you go. He found the kid.
Mm.
You know. Am I the only one who's thinking they probably were training another Yoda?
Maybe. It
Think
could
of it-
be. It's
think of it this way,
possible.
It's like a replacement for me. I must have.
It makes sense, you know. It makes sense. Because Yoda's not gonna live forever. He lives very
Take that
old.
blob that I just spit out. You must.
Make a clone for me, you will.
All right.
No, but see,
cloning idea is back or anyone else will know.
Everyone thinks Grogu is a clone of Yoda. I think.
Yes.
Uh,
Reincarnation.
kind of.
I mean, we'd have to base it on
Because
the lore.
aside from Yoda and
but-
Yaddle, we have not had any sources of how the species work.
He means
Not even in Legends canon.
meaning we
We're
don't know how
talking about
they
biology.
meaning we don't know how they reproduce.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like.
Are they asexual? Do they just kind of?
You mean are they like the Namekians?
No, yeah, I would say yeah.
Yeah, you know the Namekians?
No.
Of course you don't.
Explain to him, please. Enlighten him.
Do you want me to explain Dragon Ball Z to this guy?
Why not?
We don't have all day. And I think
That's
we
fair.
do.
Dragon Ball is very long.
No,
Qatartainment, the Saiyans.
again,
Never
You
mind.
would have to explain the entire universe to him.
I'm not even a fan of Dragon Ball, and I
But you
know this.
understand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, right? So we don't know how the species reproduces.
So we
have
don't know
no-
if Yoda
either
Grogu
was a clone
is-
or is a son of Yoda or a descendant of Yoda. Maybe Yoda had kids before he became the Grand Master. We don't know.
Yoda pulled. He pulls.
Yeah, but his master was Yaddle, I think. Jedi Master Yaddle.
Wait, Yoda's master?
Yeah, it was a girl.
It was Yaddle.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't. Did they say that in Tales of the Jedi?
No, it's in the Legends canon, in the comics. And
Just
the books,
look-
and
just
the
look it up.
novelizations.
Is that canon
Yeah,
or
yeah, look it up.
Just
Not
look it
Disney canon, Legends canon.
Legends canon?
There's a difference between the comic books, the novels.
Because in the comic books, in Legends canon, instead of having one solo child, you have three. you have Jason, you have Jaina, and Anakin
Mm.
in that order.
Yeah. And they wanted Anakin to be Leia named him Anakin. By the way, Leia's his mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
After his
Anakin,
father.
Anakin Solo.
Anakin Solo.
Yeah, Anakin Solo. Because she wanted a different,
After his father.
a different person.
Yeah.
Like different. She wanted to prove that you don't have to be like dark.
You don't have to
Yeah,
be like
and
Darth
see, the
Vader.
best part about that story is it wasn't
Yeah.
It's redemption.
It wasn't even Anakin who fell to the dark side. Not Anakin Solo who fell to the dark side. It was Jason Solo. who
Oh
fell
yeah,
to the
he
dark
became.
See, Jason and Jaina,
We're twins, right?
yes, they're twins. I was gonna say they're
Man,
twins.
what is with the Skywalker lineage and their twins?
I know, right? It's a strong.
It's like,
it's a strong
they're
match.
always twins.
I
Twins.
mean, you know, Leia and Luke were twins, and
Well,
it's the point is
let's not go there, because honestly,
fraternal twins. Okay, but the point is, okay, the point is
not
that storyline.
story.
If it was put on the big screen, I would be happy. I've read that storyline multiple times. The storyline of Jason falling to the dark side during the Mandalorian Wars.
but they'd
The
have
Siege
to.
of Mandalore, sorry.
But you know what they'd have to do?
What?
They'd have to redo episode
No,
7,
what
8, and 9.
what I'm saying is, before episode 7, if they had just taken
That path.
that path,
Yes.
right? After the Siege of Mandalore, after Anakin had to kill, you know, Jason, his
Yes.
brother, his older brother, to restore balance or whatever.
But you'd have to establish the new Jedi Order and
Exactly. They could have
I mean,
had
the
a
new-
quick flashback
I mean,
of
the new
how that happened.
the new Jedi Order did happen.
And then you would
but,
see,
it was
you know.
destroyed by Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Knights of Ren.
Man, I wish they actually mentioned the Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren didn't even exist until the last
That's what
one.
I'm saying. There was literally no.
They were
proper
teased so
mention.
much. Even Captain Phasma was teased so much during the.
Phasma was a Knight of Ren.
No. But I'm talking about just the character in general,
Oh,
right?
thank God.
So like the fact that they were teased so much and had so little screen time was pointless.
You're right, yeah.
I hated it.
It's like
Me
you
too.
are the Master Knight of Ren.
Like, do you know how many like leaked posters came out for the Knights of Ren? And we barely even saw them. We saw them in one flashback.
They were just getting combat ready.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it.
Yeah. It was very disappointing. I really wanted to see
guess-
them in combat. But, you
I
know,
bet-
Disney has a
yes,
tradition of fucking up your child suit. Sorry. I couldn't hold it in anymore.
I don't blame you.
I apologize for the swear.
I don't blame you. You are forgiven.
But yeah,
But
Disney has a history of
I agree
doing
with
that.
you. At this point, they're just OPing Rey until the end of time. And by OPing, well, now she's a Jedi Master.
No, I hate the fact that she's the descendant of Palpatine. I hated that fact. I would understand if she was a reincarnation of the Chosen One,
Anakin.
of Anakin.
Okay.
And the story is about redemption. But it's not.
In your opinion, does Anakin remain the Chosen One, and has he fulfilled the prophecy by killing Palpatine?
He did fulfill the prophecy. Just not in the way that everyone else wanted it to happen.
Oh yeah.
This is why Qui-Gon has always said, you know, be mindful of the living force. Because the living force in universe speaks to the Jedi, speaks to the force users, you know. The midichlorians kind of communicate the force's will, so to speak.
Alright.
Right? And then this is how most Jedis and most force users are able to like sense and predict what's about to happen.
Exactly.
Like that's why they seem like they have fast reflexes, even though
Because
they
you got the
do not.
midichlorians.
They
You
have
know, like Saiyan genes. Sorry, you don't know anything
Yeah.
about Saiyans or anything about Dragon Ball Z related.
Yeah, so like if you've played the game Apex Legends,
No, I have not.
okay, but it's like that whisper, you know, that faint whisper in the back of your head telling you to block.
Yeah.
Or telling you to swing or
Yeah.
whatever it
Yeah.
is, right? It's
It's
that
an
faint whisper.
Instinct. An
It's an
instinct.
instinct.
Yeah.
It's an instinct.
Feel, don't
For
think.
real life, it's instinct.
Quoting Qui-Gon, feel,
Yes,
don't
feel,
think,
don't think.
use your instincts.
Yeah. But that's in universe though.
And this was quite the conversation,
Mm.
I have to say. When was the last time you geeked out to Star Wars?
Not very much.
Like this long.
No, not very much, because not a lot of my childhood friends, they're not big into Star Wars.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever want to geek out to Star Wars, I mean, you're welcome to geek out with us, really.
I mean, if you can have me every week and we can just geek out, you know.
I
About
don't think
other
I can
stuff.
have it in my energy to geek out to Star Wars every time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can talk about Star Wars for
I mean-
hours, dude.
I mean,
I did tell you the last time we.
I know.
We had that duel.
I think this whole episode was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like Star
if
Wars.
we
I
get
talk
Clint,
a lot about Star Wars.
we should get next time we can get Clint.
Mm.
You know, and he has the Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah, I would like to wear that actually. Is it a Black Series one?
Is it the Mandalorian helmet or Boba Fett's helmet?
It's Mando's.
Hold on.
It's Din Djarin's.
Hold on, I'm just waiting until the seizure just stops. You were there.
Yeah, I forgot which one he
It
had.
was Mando.
Mando. Yeah,
Chromie.
yeah, because I forgot which
and
one he
Boba
had.
was green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I forgot which one he brought. I forgot if
Also,
it was.
Mando didn't have an antenna.
But-
Boba had an antenna.
Yep.
It was literally from the first trilogy.
Not really an
In the
antenna.
book
It's
of
a
Boba.
viewfinder, but yeah, we can say it's an antenna. Sorry,
I get.
it's my inner nerd coming out.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to make the
Yeah,
point.
you made your point across. Yeah.
All right. So shall we wrap up?
Yeah, let's wrap up.
Oh yeah. So thanks everyone for watching us. This was a great episode we had with Leo. Let's say Aziz. I want to say it, but you know, you barely contributed.
He's there. He's a listening.
placeholder.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
placeholder.
listening.
No. We love you. We like the fact that you came in and you had some very interesting points.
He
Surprised me
does,
a bit, but this was a great episode.
Mm.
Glad to have you, and make sure to like and subscribe our channel, and make sure to also look up Qatar Sabers Club. Well, let me just
Righteous blade.
It has to boot up.
fine. May the force be with you.
May the force be with
May
you.
the force be with you.
Well, let me just. Man, the reaction time.
Righteous blade.
Reaction time for this to de-ignite is
It's 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
3 seconds for the.
No, once you ignite it and you turn it off.
Well, this is why I prefer the motion gesture.
Yeah. This is an older font.
I get.
The newer ones, you just literally you do this and it turns on.
I can do this. But and then I'll do this.
I kind of like just doing this twist motion.
You
And you
know,
can pair it up with this, you know,
you know,
when you
maybe,
swing like that.
maybe next week we'll have you. You don't like the hilts.
What were you doing?
Like I'd say try the hilt
Mm-hmm.
with with any of your blades.
I think what I will try though is
Yeah.
like I'm gonna have a friend take the measurements of the pommel side
Yeah.
of your saber
Yeah.
and have that what do you call it? Have him make me a heavier pommel.
A heavier pommel.
Yeah.
Why? What would you want
Because
to do?
your lightsaber is super light, dude. There's practically no pommel. There's no balance. It doesn't balance out the blade. You know what I mean?
Well,
Not this one. This
Yours
is
super heavy.
This
so-
is not for combat, like I said.
I get. So again, thanks everyone for watching. Again, make sure to subscribe to Qatartainment and make sure to check out Qatar Sabers Club. Everyone is welcome, and it's for free.
Yeah.
It's for free. You don't
Every
have to.
Friday at 3 p.m.
Yes. There's no need. There's no membership fees or anything. All right. But if you plan on getting equipment, we'll help you. We'll tell you whatever you need. And thanks Leo for actually giving us his sabers to actually check out. They are
Yes.
super cool. And we can't wait to.
You're very welcome.
And we can't wait. And I can't wait to fight you next week.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go full speed again.
Next week, or you mean this Friday?
This Friday.
I'm amazed you actually remembered that.
Yeah.
Considering that he never came in. All right. Yes, this Friday, and I'm pretty sure to film it. You know,
Yeah.
and I got some good and there's good protections in the in the place there, so we can use for full combat. So we can hit you on the stomach, or you can hit me on the stomach. Well, he ready.
Yeah. Useless. That is very unreliable to light up.
Oh, well,
I've used it way too much.
Dark side
Press and hold.
Nature's blade.
Press and hold first. There you
any moment now. Come on, I'm trying to make my point.
go. Press it once. Because there's no speaker, you can't tell what it's doing.
No,
It's
that's the
probably in
problem. Come on. My point.
Now
Oh,
turn
there
it
you
on
go.
now.
So what's the point?
That's my point.
Okay, yeah. Well, we can't really duel.
Yeah, I know. We're literally standing, he's sitting here.
But yes, these are all, like, just slamming against each other real quick. These are all combat rated, so they will not break. So if you're worried about your blades breaking once you do buy them,
Yeah.
they will not. Trust me.
All right.
So this was a fairly long episode.
Reminder, yeah. Always make sure, definitely check us out on Qatar Sabers Club, Qatartainment, and
All the other socials.
all the other socials. This was Sengoku TR,
Aziz the Hobbit.
Boss Rock.
and we're signing off. See you all next week.
See you
Bye.
guys.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
This is the way. Gotta cater to the Mando fans.
Yeah. Oh my god, this chair. I am in so much pain.
Yeah. Try being me.
I want to sit back more.